All right, gonna start recording. Hooray! Hooray! Beer.
Yay!
Hey, have you guys seen the new Red Stripe commercials? I can't believe they fucking are starting to advertise that again.
I have not.
Yeah, that's it still ends in hooray beer.
They're still doing the same shtick.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a
Hooray beer!
it's kind of a cleaned up shtick now.
Yeah.
If you if you want to call it that.
Not great beer.
Oh well, I would.
No,
know.
that's why they're advertising.
Yeah, yeah. They need more drinkers.
Yeah.
All right. Where's Winamp? There it is. And virtual DJ. Wash up, nigga.
You never see like a Stella commercial or a freaking Shock Top commercial, or
There's Stella commercials all over the place, especially in movie theaters.
but they're not as prevalent as say Budweiser.
No, not as prevalent.
I had to turn down our
Any
headphones
shit.
because I don't want to blast myself.
Yeah. In the face.
In the face.
Look at you! You was popping all that good shit a second ago, then you got kicked in your chest!
So you don't want to come in your own face?
Oh my god, it's so satisfying. Wow. Alright, that's not the one I want to edit. That's the one. 1 second.
Perfect normal, perfectly healthy, by the way.
See,
You say so.
working
So,
on my
I
Spanish.
think that's Dr. Drew's line. Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
You know what? I don't know why. I feel the need to cut a little
Whoa!
There we go.
What the hell? That looked like a Mac for a second.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
Ghost.
Weird.
There's a clear explanation to that.
Anyway, now that we've solved the majority of our technical issues,
More or less. Fuck. Oh, maybe it's your splitter.
it might be the splitter
Yeah.
because it's whatever.
I think this is a good reason why it'd be really hard for us to have a designated time slot.
Right. All right. It is 7:50 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. Thursday, July 19th, 2012, and this is episode number 22
22.
of the Rusty Razor podcast. That's who we are. Tommy decided to give himself a nickname, and that would be it. He was going to be Sportscaster Tommy with the mic near his face, but we couldn't exactly.
Yeah. We're not good at technology.
Yeah, well,
Not that good.
yeah, we're working on a budget here. We're working on this fucking California State Unemployment Office's budget. Anyway.
All in on a budget.
Tengo miedo.
Yeah, we're here on DIU TV. I'd fucking, after everything that's gone on in the past hour and a half, I'm so lost right now.
Yeah.
Dom brings up a good point. So if you're an intern, which one of us are you gonna suck off?
Yeah, I don't do that. I just give up the butthole.
Both, preferably. Right. I mean,
Nothing in my mouth area. A little bit here, but nothing in the mouth.
There's not gonna be a black dress for one of us to jizz on.
No.
Okay.
can I jizz on your collar?
Green shirt.
Yeah, it looks all nice and pressed. I
You
want
know,
to. I want to defile it.
You know, jizz might fucking help you regrow your hair, Tommy. Give you that nice afro back.
That is a risk I'm not willing to take. I don't like Siemens in this area.
Just not in that area, but everywhere else.
Yeah, everywhere else is okay.
It's definitely much scarier to have some on your toe.
Oh, we're off to a great start.
Fantastic start.
All right. Yeah, that's we already told you who we are, but that's who we are again. Yeah, so let's go ahead and try and get this done normally. Skype is on. That's the one thing I did properly. The number's up there, 203-437-7442. Well, yeah, I almost pointed to the right number.
Do you have any questions today, listener?
We actually do. Dom, I imagine, will be continually drop by. Oh, that reminds me, Tommy. On the in the front of the computer on the left side, flip the switch to it's where the mic is. Okay, right behind that, there's a switch on the left side. Flip it to the left, and if it's already to the left, then just leave it. Did it just say wireless off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Oh, I hope that disappears. Yeah, if you could click the... Thank you. Tommy, you're a bud.
No problem.
All right. Try this again.
Chilling with my entourage.
Facebook.com/Rusty Razor Podcast is the way to get a hold of us on Facebook. And also, I was supposed to add this in, and I didn't. If you're not a Facebook whore and you kind of want updates from us as they come, then text DIURRPC to a number I can't think of at the moment. I don't know where it is. Where is it? 84483. So, yeah, text us. DIUTV. What?
I'm the best Facebook for. I never talk. I just listen.
DIUTV RRPC to 84483.
That's fucking creepy, Tommy. You're a lurker.
Best guy.
DIUTV.com is where you're watching us right now. Unless you're watching us on YouTube, then you should have watched us on DIUTV.com. The Rusty Razor Podcast is one of 3 current shows we're on right now. I'm not even going to mention Don't Blink because, well, I don't know. It might be filming. It might not. Freak Out might be emo. He's emo.
Oh, is he cutting himself?
No, not yet. Oh, shit. Ah, fucking hell. Hold on.
He's like 19, right? Or 18 or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That explains a lot.
Listening to Dashboard Confessional. Fucking...
Hair combed over one eye.
Right. Dom, I was going to announce what you just put in the chat room, except for that I switched out of the chat room, so could you repost it, please? Tommy, quit English here. Don't put your hands over the mic. They can't hear anything when you do that.
They can't even see the mic. How does he know my hand's over it?
I don't know.
Maybe you're just leaning too far back. I don't know.
Maybe your sexy man gut is just fucking protruding.
All right.
This is not the proper attitude for an intern to have, Tommy.
You know what? I'm that intern that's been on the show too long as an intern.
Yeah, bitter intern.
Yes, I've earned my stripes, but you still won't give it to me.
Yeah.
Well,
you're
don't
not getting promoted.
Don't go postal just yet.
Wait till I leave.
The Lecturing Down live broadcast is Sunday nights at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. on... All sorts of feedback just disappeared.
Yeah. What? Because he picked up the mic. It was just sitting there, right? It was probably picking up ambient noise from the computer and whatnot.
Oh.
All right. Well, my humblest apologies for ruining the fucking show. That's
I think
what
I can
interns
hear
do.
him a whole lot better now.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
Is Dom, is he too loud? You sound great now. I'm listening
What
for a
about now?
heartbeat.
Do I still sound okay?
Yeah, you actually sound a whole lot better than you did before.
Yeah.
All right. This will work.
Agreed.
Tina's random comment of beef stew.
Beef stew.
I don't know.
No one can read her comments anyway. Just ignore them.
She's become a lesbian lately. I don't know what's up.
Is she making some beef stew? 'Cause
I don't know.
I just got nostalgic for my fucking crock pot.
Oh,
Crock pot.
yeah,
Mm.
Rich and the Angry Pirate. Go to youtube.com/therealdoitup. Go to diutv.com. Go to Ask DIUTV. You already did. That's how you ended up pregnant. She's like, F you. Go to diutv.com. Go and click on the Ask DIUTV button. You can ask any of the three of us anything or anyone on the Lurch and Dom Live broadcast. We answer our questions here. They answer their questions there. OfficialFNRadio.com has 4 shows. Mondays, The Bagman's Nation of Decimation. Tuesdays, the CT Vision Evolved. Wednesday, Ron Zombie's Wrestling Wednesday nights with Lurch. Thursday is Chaos, and all those shows begin at 8 p.m. Eastern. Dom says there's a new 10-minute Rich and the Angry Pirate coming out later tonight. Nice.
Sweet.
In stereo. ActionFigureTherapy.com, BlackRoseMinerals.com, Andy Entertainment and BankingBad.com, LargerThanLifeRockstar.com, whose mic stands were featured on America's Got Talent this week, and Lurch.
What was Mike stand?
LargerThanLifeRockstar.com.
Some guy you know? Or?
Yes. Oh, Primo, we actually have paid sponsors. You just haven't been paid for it yet.
What?
Nothing. It's a joke.
Oh.
That's sarcasm.
I failed to pick up on it.
Yes, you did.
Clearly.
All right, pre-news goodness. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Hey, Sarah Jessica Parker, why the long face?
Yeah, she was found dead today in somewhere in the Netherlands, and Alistair Overeem is the #1 murder suspect. Moving on. Yesterday's Mexican excursion. It was going to be maybe like a 5-hour thing. It ended up turning into a 9-hour thing.
Like fucking Gilligan's Island.
We went to go have lunch, and then I was looking at this place down there that I was wanting to rent. And we got down there, and the guy's like, can you come back in 2 hours? So we went and walked around Comercial and did random driving.
Listen to James bitch a little bit.
And went to AutoZone. And
where Dave was indecisive. And
I was indecisive, but I was enjoying the air conditioning.
Air conditioning was fucking powerful in that place. It was awesome.
Then we went back and waited another 2 hours.
But here's the thing. Like, the whole reason that we had to even wait 2 hours is because this is a gated community. But it's ridiculous because there's only one person has a remote or a key. So both of those people that might have had a key were at work, and the son was there, but he was locked in too. So it was just a ridiculous situation. Like, and this guy just didn't really seem like he was that interested in renting the place because he was just like, he wasn't even really apologetic.
No, not at all.
That's the problem.
See, and I wish financial situations were better, or if the fucking cunt downstairs would actually move me into another apartment here, because I don't want to move. And I really don't want to move across the goddamn border.
Well,
first world problems.
Yeah, really.
All right.
It's a nice little place, though.
Yeah.
I mean, and especially the community that it's in. I mean, it is weird just because it's a third world country.
Yeah.
You can go from one block that looks kind of fucked up, and the next block looks pretty damn nice.
Yeah.
And it just kind of it's weird. It's weird like that. But yeah, man, it looks like a decent place. I would live there. I'll tell you that right now. I would definitely live there.
Yeah, and that's probably what's going to happen. The guy I was wondering, I think the guy really wants to rent it to me. He's like, when can you sign the contract? And I'm like, oh, well, I'd probably do it Tuesday.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So we'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
So yeah, we came back after 2 hours.
Yeah, so finally got back across the border, probably 10-ish. Dropped him off. Me and James went to Denny's, and then I came home and fucking crashed.
Yeah.
And all the while, someone, no names, I'll give you a hint. Her initials are Tina. Kept calling me, and I was probably on the phone at the time, and then she's like, you keep calling and hanging it up. You can at least let it go to voicemail. So I call her back, and I say, okay, this is an expensive phone call right now. You're costing me $1 a minute, and I'm trying to tell her what's going on. Why you calling me? You kept hanging. No, this is still an expensive phone call. I am well outside of network coverage. I'm looking for a place to live for you. And she guess, she kind of got over it and kept calling me, knowing that it was still an expensive phone call. It's like, all right, woman, seriously? It's $1 a minute. And I was already on the phone with the landlord of the place for, what was it? I think the total amount of time ended up being like 27 minutes.
$27 phone call.
So it's a $27 phone call.
God damn.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I would have a talk with him about that.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What do we got here?
Done airing dirty laundry.
Yeah. Yeah. Done airing dirty laundry at the time.
Making your children feel uncomfortable. Me and Tommy.
Please stop fighting.
Don't beat us, Dave.
All right. Hold on. All right. What did Tina say? I say show him stuffing his face. I couldn't because we were trying to get the equipment done.
Who was stuffing his face?
Oh, Tommy.
Oh.
The last status was while we wait for Tommy to finish eating.
Always blame me. I'm okay with that.
Well, you're the intern. That's what you're for.
Exactly.
You didn't charge me $27. No, I kept trying to tell you this is an expensive phone call. I've got to go, and you just wanted to keep talking. I remember where I was standing. We were in Commercial, finding James some bootleg aloe.
Well, she's a woman. They tend to want to keep
Some
talking.
bootleg what?
Aloe. Yeah, he got sunburnt.
You couldn't find some real aloe?
Well, it probably was real aloe.
It was real aloe. He
That's
just meant.
what you think.
I think what he meant by bootleg is
con plomo.
aloe con plomo.
What's that? You were going to say something,
Was I?
and Tommy cut you off.
I don't think I was. Last thing I said, I think, was she's a woman. Women tend to do that.
Oh,
Want to keep talking or something like that.
well.
I know, something sexist like that.
We're off to a great start tonight. But
We're off to a wonderful, wonderful start.
all right, so what stupid shit are you guys gonna make the intern do? Well, he was gonna get his paper plates, and then he brought up the idea of, hey, if you usually like call one of the pizza places, they'll do it for you. And I was thinking that's why I decided on Pizza Hut. Because, Pizza Hut's got paper plates, and they're right up the road, and fucking I don't want a delivery charge.
Right.
So Tommy went over there, got the pizzas, came back, and didn't get the paper plates.
So he fetched the pizza.
Yeah.
And he can also...
Yeah, Tommy fetched the pizza, and, like, fucking very good props to Tommy, because Tommy came, parked his car, ran up here to drop the pizza off, and put his car back across the street, instead of
God damn.
running with the pizzas across the street.
Slow clap for Tommy. God damn. But then he spilled the soda all over the place.
That was my
didn't
fault.
Spill it.
Yeah,
You clean up your mess.
I just set the cup up in a position to fall.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're sorry that you hate Pizza Hut, but we don't have the delicious Connecticut pizza out here. Our choices are few and far between. And besides, we only picked Pizza Hut because they got paper plates.
Delicious Connecticut pizza.
Yeah, someone send us some.
Yeah.
You can send it with like dried ice or something, right?
Yeah.
No, I used to have
Microwaved Connecticut pizza.
I used to have people overnight me food.
Oh, yeah?
They would get there like right when like FedEx would close, and they'd get the last package out, and I'd get it in the morning. I got Philly cheesesteaks from Philly overnighted.
Did they have heat packs or is that no? Just
It was just like eating a Philly cheesesteak that was 12 hours old.
yeah.
It wasn't a big. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Okay.
To this
Dom
day,
says Modern Pizza in New Haven, Connecticut does it.
Yeah, we should order a pizza from
All
there.
right.
Get some overnight. Let's
Yeah.
see if it's really true, because all I hear is a bunch of shit talking. Because we have
Yeah,
agreed.
Tina also thought they had good Mexican food at this place called Monterey's in Connecticut until she had Silva's.
Wow. Were there white people behind the counter?
Yeah, were they white people behind the counter at Monterey? Did they say "Hola, como este"?
Yeah, because I mean, what are our options here? Like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa
And every
John's.
fucking New York Giant pizza that's fucking popping up all over the place,
Yeah.
run by Middle Eastern people.
Every New York Giant pizza that tastes nothing like New York pizza.
No, there's There's the odd like Italian restaurant that makes pretty decent pizza, but they charge like $30 for a large.
I still dig Italia sausage pizza.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Tina says no. I forgot what I asked her.
White people behind.
Oh, white people. Yeah. See, I forget about white people.
They were Asian.
They're Mexican and Ecuadorian.
Yeah, that's what they told you.
So
They're just tan.
What are those dirty bastards doing in Connecticut? Ecuadorians.
Fobs. Okay, yeah. Such a great start we're getting to today.
Goddamn Ecuadorians.
Yeah.
See, we got racism, we got sexism. Who else can we offend? Gay Pride Parade was this week or this
really?
Week?
Next week.
Was it? Is it next week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
Tommy,
no, actually,
we found the
I
gay
take
little
it
girl in
back.
TJ.
It is
Tommy
this
would
week.
know.
It is on Saturday.
And Tommy's going to be working it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not actually. I got out of it.
Really?
Working.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's going to be shaking his ass. He's going to be working it, literally.
He's going to be on the big ass float, which is the float that looks like a giant ass.
Assless chaps.
We will have pictures.
Oh, Tommy, why do you know that?
I work in the field. I was supposed to work the event.
Not only does he work in the field, he works in North Park.
What, there's a lot of suicidal gay people? Or a lot of mentally troubled?
I'm a substance abuse counter at a facility right in the heart
A
of
substance
Hillcrest.
abuse counter?
Counselor.
You said counter.
Did I?
You did.
Here comes a
fucking
druggie.
tired as
1,
shit.
So there's
2. He's counting them.
interesting. Is it true? Because there's a kind of a stereotype that gay people use a lot of crystal meth. Do you see a lot of that? Is that pretty accurate? Or?
If it comes to a gay person coming in for substance abuse issues, the majority of the time, yes, it's meth.
So you work in Hillcrest?
Yes.
Oh. You know I'm like 10 minutes away, dude. We should grab lunch or something someday.
I know I've had Dave tell me, and I keep thinking, yeah, we should, but then I don't. You know Salsa Fiesta on 30th Street?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like 2 doors down from there. I eat there like once or twice a week for lunch.
Nice.
My issue is I have to clock in and out for lunch, so I can't wait for you if you're late.
Right, I would have to
gotta
be.
go and eat.
I'd have to. Well, I could probably.
Primo late. When?
Shut your whore mouth.
I took Dave there, though. I got him to drive up to get the jumbo burger and fries. Have you had the jumbo burger there?
I have not, no.
It's 2 beef patties, 2 pieces of ham, and 2 pieces of cheese.
Yeah, you had me at 2 beef patties. That sounds delicious.
I bet he did.
Your 2 beef patties.
Is this chicken what I have, or is this fish?
I don't know. I think it's a pretty damn good start so far. In honor of Gay Pride Weekend, we're sure doing a lot of gay stuff on here. I
Right.
like it.
Right. Actually, Dom's asking, since when did I get 2 queers on the show?
That is not a nice thing to say, sir. Not a nice
That is
thing.
offensive, sir.
But they're not denying it.
Right, that's not our first move. The first move isn't denying it. It's like, oh, how dare you? I likes the pussy, sir. Don't get it wrong.
Anyway, I got to do something real quick while these 2 fucking homo lovebirds set something up. So banter for a second.
Here's my question: why are gay jokes so funny to straight guys like us? Like,
Because they're gay.
Can I be 100% honest with you? Working with a lot of gay guys and dealing with a lot of gay guys, gay jokes are funny to gay people too.
oh, okay.
There's just one or
Right on.
2 dumb ones at all the shows that want to get into an uproar and make everyone think that gay people don't like gay jokes.
Yeah.
But gay people like gay jokes the same way black people like black jokes. The
Same
same way I like redneck jokes. The shit's funny because it's
Kind of true.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Dom says he's been dealing with a queer on a weekly basis for 3 years, and you can see that queer in Dom Sunday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on
you said-
DIUTV.com.
I thought you said you can see that queer in Dom.
That is what he said. That's what I heard too, and that's what I thought he was making a pun.
Oh, Dom.
Oh, Dom.
That's what
Stop
he says.
it, you silly goose.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Tom says he's making a new opener for Sunday night. He's not making a new opening, right? Not for Lurch, right?
What? Wait, what? He's making a new opening for what?
Okay, he said he's making a new opener for the show. And I said, okay, just as long as you're not making a new opening for Lurch.
He's gotta stretch it out.
Yeah, over my...
Stretching.
Yeah. Goatsy.
This is Tommy's fault. He's the one who brought up... No, wait, who brought up the gay pride parade?
Abe did.
Guilty.
I'll leave it to the Mexican.
Guilty.
I wasn't going to say anything.
All right. Where were we? Oh, we're at the news. All right. Actually, before we do that...
More gay jokes.
Hold on. Let me see if someone's ready for a phone call.
But yes, the meth is very prevalent because it lowers inhibitions and it makes the sex much better. So they have their...
But why specifically the gay community? Why not everybody else too? I mean, are they more prone? Are they more prone to just being doing drugs?
I think it's just that it's there, and they know that it lowers inhibitions and it makes everything feel better. I know me personally, if I had something shoved up my ass, I don't think it'd feel good. Maybe some meth might help make it feel a little better.
That maybe not all gay people are 100% with being gay, or it takes them the meth to open that part of themselves.
It's possible. All I really know about it, from what I've been told, is it just makes it better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've heard those stories of people that are gay but have trouble coming out or have trouble admitting it to themselves. So maybe meth, like you said, lowers inhibitions. Maybe it's for some people that makes it easier for them to let loose and enjoy the dick they really love.
Right. And gives an excuse, I guess, at the same time. Like, if someone did find out, but I was so high, it's the drugs that made me do it.
Yeah. Like the chick that claims date rape the morning after.
Hmm?
Like the chick that claims date rape the morning after.
There's got to be a morning after.
Just because you blacked out does not make it date rape.
Wow.
That just makes it more fun.
Well, I do like that we use Justin TV because it lets us know how many viewers are watching live, and considering that 3 people are watching live and there are 3 people in the chat room, I'm pretty sure we know who those 3 people are. So for the rest of you, thanks. You can watch. Sounds like a typical date for Lurch.
Is it 3 people, but do you count?
Yeah, I count.
So there's 2.
Yeah. So it's Dom and Tina.
Thank you, Dom, and thank you, Tina.
Yeah.
Especially Tina. I mean, why the fuck are you listening to us make gay jokes? I hope it's entertaining.
Because she's a lesbian.
I hope it's entertaining for you.
She's had lesbian tendencies lately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tina, call up and share.
Yeah. Yeah, you should call up and share. I mean, she'll disappear from the chat room and we'll lose a viewer, but... And she... Oh, you know what? No. She is getting a phone call. Where is it at?
I was a lesbian once, but I didn't like eating pussy.
Tina says she's not a damn lesbian. That's lies.
Blame it on the pregnancy hormones.
Maybe.
Hello?
That's what Primo's wondering. He's wondering what are these lesbian tendencies you keep doing?
I don't know, but you keep bringing it up, so apparently I'm doing something.
Either that or Dave is projecting his own lesbian fantasies on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, she...
Have you been checking out the ladies or what?
No, more than I have in the past.
You know what? Like, no,
What's up with it?
she was checking out... stupid fucking... I forgot what I was saying.
She was doing
I don't
something lesbian-like
Oh yeah, she's ordering Lucy Pinder shirts now.
for herself.
Uh
Oh,
huh.
Okay.
So what? There were no
She thinks
secrets
Sarah
before.
Jessica
They just
Parker
happened
is
to do it
gorgeous.
now. What?
So Lucy Pinder.
She thinks Sarah Jessica Parker is gorgeous.
There's a vast chasm in attractiveness between both those two ladies.
Yeah, one is absolutely not,
Yeah.
and the other's Lucy Pinder.
So she has a Lucy Pinder shirt. Isn't that a good thing? Because then you,
Oh yeah, no,
you
no,
get to look
that's
at
a
her.
good, that's a good thing.
I saw Sarah Jessica Parker running around the track at Del Mar.
But then you're going to be in a quandary because you're going to be looking at her. Are like, do I look at Lucy or do I look at my woman?
Well, she checks out Lucy Pinder just as much as I do, so I'm not really worried about
Oh,
it.
does she?
Yeah.
So you guys can have.
Yeah, I got a
mutual-
really good lesbian test.
You guys should get
Do you
a.
like to eat
God.
pussy?
Wait, what was that, Tommy?
I'm doing the full-fledged perfect lesbian test.
Okay.
Do you like to eat pussy?
He's talking to you.
Yeah.
See.
What?
He's wondering if you like to eat pussy.
I never have. I wouldn't know.
Okay, so she's
What kind of
bisexual.
question is that?
She hasn't
It was
figured
Tommy.
it
It was
out
Tommy's
yet.
fail-proof way to find out if you're a lesbian.
If
I'm
you
not a
answer
lesbian. I'm
yes,
pregnant.
you're a lesbian. If you answer no, you're not a lesbian. If you're in the middle somewhere, you're just bisexual.
No.
You're curious.
And,
Whatever.
and that's Tommy's expert fucking analysis because of what he does for a living.
In the right situation on any given night, any given woman will have a lesbian experience. Just got to get the situation right.
Oh yeah, no, I've already asked her. Like,
Yeah.
I've already asked her.
It's more acceptable for women.
If
too.
if she ever could see herself doing it, because there's a difference between no, I would never, and
Right.
could you see yourself doing it?
Right.
And she said, yeah. I'm like, okay.
of course, every woman
Brandy is a no, I could never.
will. I doubt it. Right
No,
circumstances.
she is she's honestly grossed out by vaginas. Vaginas are really gross to her.
100% pro dick.
Bro,
is.
dick.
Well, I was gonna say you guys should get a Lucy Pinder love doll and have a threesome with it.
only,
my
if,
God.
only if it spoke, because you know that accent. That accent just.
Tina, you're down for that, right?
No, I don't want any dolls in my bed.
But they're realistic and lifelike.
I don't care.
Primo speaks from experience.
You just get the blow up doll
lonely,
with the
lonely man.
face.
Dave, why do you even bother making an outline?
Shazam.
Do the outline.
Wow.
It just takes
That was
us
powerful,
3
Tina.
hours,
Thank you.
30-minute outline.
That was beautiful.
Ugh.
I'm shedding manly tears here. Just one
Just
manly
one manly
tear.
tear.
Yeah, that was a beautiful moment.
But I was shedding very, very, very many tears the other day when she actually made the comment that Sarah Jessica Parker is gorgeous. And then Primo started putting up all sorts of fucking pics.
I could not resist.
And I called Primo. I imagine I sounded hysterical.
Sound like a beaten woman.
Oh shit! Hold on.
You sounded like you were having an emotional breakdown.
I was laughing so hard that it sounded like I was crying, and I was crying. And they weren't manly tears though. They were just, this is too funny, and cause she sits there and that, and she finds Janine Garofalo attractive.
Really?
Tommy's like, oh, I do too.
Oh, Tommy's the one that
I
likes
don't-
her.
No, I don't necessarily find her attractive. I don't find her unattractive.
Okay, 1 out of 10.
I'd say a 6.
What?
Holy Jesus!
But you know
Standard, sir.
Wait.
Tengo miedo.
Tina,
A
same question.
6?
Tina, Janine Garofalo, 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. Well, here's the thing. Dave gave me 2 women, and he said it was kind of like which one, so I picked her.
Katie Sagal or Janine
And-
Garofalo? That's what I asked.
Well,
That's
all
not
right,
what
let
I
me
asked.
take
I
this
asked
back.
1 out of 10, Janine Garofalo.
Young Janine Garofalo, I thought was okay. She was about a 5 or a 6. I haven't seen her lately. I don't know if she's aged well or not.
Come on, Tina, drop it on me. 1 out of 10.
I don't know. Give her a 7. ish.
7.
7's high. I'll be honest.
You are
it's
you
high,
are supremely
but
a
I'm
bull
putting it at
dyke.
6.
Wow.
You are officially a bull dyke if you think she's a 7.
No, I'm not.
Janine,
Oh my god.
are we talking about the same person here?
Yeah, Janine Garofalo. Let me find a picture of her right quick.
Was she in Miss
You're
Freedom?
probably gonna find the worst picture on Google Images you possibly can.
I'm gonna pull out. Okay,
variety.
Okay. No, you know what? Give me a number between 1 and 10, and I will show that number picture on Google Images.
We're gonna go with 7.
7.
Again.
All right, we will show the 7th picture of Janine Garofalo.
Oh my
That's
god.
the
wow.
7th
And that's
one.
not even.
That is the 7th one.
You
Will you
picked the
guys verify
worst
that for me?
one. That
is
was
the
the
se-
7th.
this
That
is
was
the
a bad
7th one.
7, though.
Janine Garofalo is like the ugly nerdy chick, not like the hot nerdy chick, but like the nerdy awkward chick.
She's
That's-
like Daria at
yeah.
50.
Exactly. Thank you, sir. Yes.
What?
She is.
That's true.
Yeah, I honestly thought that Daria was based on Janine Garofalo at first. Ridiculous. Gert's in the chat room. There he is.
According to Henry Rollins, she has a great personality, but who gives a shit, right?
I wouldn't. I don't find you have a good personality. I wouldn't fuck you either.
Aw.
I would.
Tommy's gonna bend you over. Apparently, his fiance
Bend
isn't
me
good enough for him.
over.
All right, so let me.
Oh, she's fantastic. I'm just greedy as shit.
Let me plug this in. Let me plug this picture in to presenter. Actually, I can't bring it presenter. Good eye, Primo. I was doing it the fucking hard way. And
Oh, the hard way. You like it the
Stop
hard
it.
way, huh?
Stop it. Yeah. So okay.
Wow.
So Tina said that we were gonna pick the absolute worst one. So I gave her a choice on the numbers 1 through 10, and whatever number she chose was the number picture that we were gonna show to the world at large right now. Let me make sure.
The world at large.
Yeah. Let me make sure
That's,
this is.
that's not even fair.
What's not fair?
It was,
Well,
that was like picking something out of a
well, we
Maggie
can do.
Cat.
If
that
you
wasn't
don't,
there.
if we don't like this picture, we can put another one up too, just so we have like a cross section of how she looks.
Yeah.
Because anyone can put on like some makeup and do their hair and look kind of decent, you know.
All right. Let's see if this is gonna work.
But this is
No, that's not gonna work. Hold on.
But an average.
Yeah, is this gonna work? And no.
Because when I think Janine Garofalo, this is a picture I think of more or less. This is
right. This is
90s, right? 90s.
This isn't the picture I think of, though.
It's not.
No.
Does she
That
even
wasn't the picture I was saying was a 6.
does she even have glamour shots? I mean,
I think this
I've
is the
seen her
glamour
look
shot.
a lot better than this picture.
I think that is the glamour shot, to be honest. But I honestly don't know.
That's a mug shot, dude.
That's a mug shot.
well, here, let's do this. After
My
you
passport picture looks like a mugshot.
Your passport picture is supposed to look like a mug shot.
Yeah, well,
All right, here we go.
I
You
didn't
should
want
feel
it.
bad.
Here we go. This was the 7th picture of Janine Garofalo.
She looks like a frog
She looks like a frog.
in this picture. But here's what I'm saying. Go back to Google Images. Choose the best possible picture of her so we have something to compare.
All right, let's see.
She looks human there.
Alright, let's. Oh, motherfucker! Come on.
Or the, top row,
3rd,
5th.
5th.
She just looks like, I don't know. She looks like a 4 there, maybe.
Well, how about this one?
And Dave, just so it's clear, you
doesn't
brought up
okay.
all of these women names. I haven't brought them up myself. I've just said what I've thought about them in reply.
You thought Sarah Jessica Parker is gorgeous.
Yeah, after you said something about her.
Yeah, because you put her in the same category as fucking Paula Patton.
She's not attractive.
But you said she's got a she's
Yeah, but you got to realize, you got to realize too, Dave, that like attractiveness works different ways for men and women. I'm sure we judge it a lot differently.
All right, so what I'm gonna do, right, is I'm gonna show the absolute best, most gorgeous picture of Sarah Jessica Parker I can find.
They have estrogen.
No. It's got to go to the right a bit more.
Go to the right a little bit more. All right.
Mhm. There we go. That is by far the best looking picture of her I have ever seen in my life.
All right. So Tommy agrees that right here is the best picture of Sarah Jessica Parker.
This woman has been scaring me since I was a kid, and this picture does not alarm me. This is okay. I might actually go on a date with that.
Oh my god.
Tina.
Gert says Sarah Jessica Parker just hit me the trifecta at the local racetrack. Celine Dion, the 8th race at Aqueduct. Oh my god.
Lord. Tina.
What?
Give me, what do you think of Scarlett Johansson?
I don't like her.
Wait. You say Sarah Jessica
no,
Parker's
hold on.
gorgeous. You say that Janine Garofalo is a 7. And you say that you don't like Scarlett Johansson.
Hold on. Let me finish up the round of questions here.
Okay.
Now, you don't like the way she looks, or you don't like her because of something you read about her in Us Magazine, or she's a bitch, or something like that?
I don't.
Or it's just her looks, just based.
I don't like the way she looks.
Oh. So you're straight because you don't like hot chicks. So you're definitely straight.
Make you straight. There's a lot of homosexual people that like ugly people.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So
No,
I guess you're bi.
I'm not homosexual.
Clearly,
I can
because
promise that.
clearly you're not homosexual. Because if you don't find
But
Scarlett
you could
Johansson
not
hot, then
deny enjoying eating pussy. You were not able to give a definitive answer.
well,
to
she said
that.
she's never done it, so that kind of makes sense. If you've never done something, you can't really say.
So yeah,
True.
Gert brings up a good question, Tina. This is for you since you're the expert. When Sarah Jessica Parker dies, does she go to the glue factory or does she get ground up into dog food?
Neither. And what factory did you say? The glue factory?
Yeah, the glue factory.
Oh. You know, Jell-O apparently has an ingredient in it that is something similar in horse hooves.
The gelatin, yeah, they use pig hooves as well.
And it's
JELLO.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the coloring, I think, or part of the consistency
Racist.
stuff is the shells of beetles ground up as well.
That's why Jello shots get you fucking plastered.
Just ground up beetles in them.
But we've already determined that since Sarah Jessica Parker died, Alistair Overeem is the prime suspect. And we all know why. Except for Tina. Tina didn't get the joke.
So, Tina, if Janine Garofalo is a 7, what is a 10 for you? Who would be a 10?
Yeah, I was just
RuPaul.
I don't
gonna
think
ask
anyone
who's
is
someone
10.
that Dave hasn't mentioned that you think is hot. Let's get your.
She
your
probably thinks
opinion on
RuPaul's a
women.
10.
RuPaul is a 10, all right.
So you don't think 10s exist? They're like
I don't think things exist.
okay.
Everyone
I
has
beg to
something wrong
differ.
with them.
Brandy is a 10. She's an 11.
Tommy's sucking dick to his fiance over here.
I am. I enjoy my oral. I'd like to keep getting it.
Okay, Tina. Dave, 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10 for what?
What rate? Well, we're doing the same thing you were doing with the women, but it's Dave now.
Oh. You're asking me, Dave, 1 out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give Dave a 9, because nobody's 10.
Ah, good answer.
I gave you the good dick woman. I should be a 10.
Yeah, you got me pregnant within a few days.
There you go.
Yeah, I got past the birth control, which is supposed to be 99% effective. I am the 1%.
Nice.
Yes, you are. You are the 1% that could penetrate beyond the freaking birth control. Just shoot right into the freaking egg.
Yeah. No, it's like I told Di I had that fucking sneaky sneaky Paiso sperm. It's like, hey, we're in the trenches. Hey, there's an opening. Vámonos.
The coyote.
Coyote, hell yeah.
Yeah, Tina. He may look like a white man, but he's secretly Mexican.
Orale.
Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
No, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't Tommy look like
Yeah,
the fucking paisa to you? Here, let's bring up Tommy. Let's bring up Tommy. All right, here's Tommy.
See.
So,
Hola.
yeah, I'm just warning you. You know, you're gonna have some fucking dirty kids running around Kmart.
Bam bam.
No, the first time I met Dave, I said to him, I was like, "You speak a lot of Spanish for a white guy." he's like, "Primo said that once."
Yeah, I tell him he's more Mexican than I am.
Yeah.
I actually speak Spanish and was raised by Mexican people.
My mom thought Primo was a white guy before she saw him. Because you sound white.
My voice, yeah, for sure. For sure, dude. Yeah.
Let's go get some killer waves,
Catch
bro.
some gnarly waves, bruh.
Primo's a closet bro.
Yeah, the word bro has slipped out here and there every now
Do
and
you
then.
like big trucks?
I don't like big
with
trucks.
Cali lifts.
I just
and
like
giant
I just like
tires?
saying the word bro. But no, I don't like
Yeah,
trucks.
why
You
not?
can say, bro. This is a safe place.
This is a safe haven to call each other bro. This is
I'm taking liberties with
yeah.
your house, and I'm making it a safe haven for the word bro.
Apparently, I run a bro palace.
A brothel?
A brothel. Winner.
bro emporium.
All right, Tina, we're gonna let you go because,
Tina,
well,
yeah.
you know,
Because-
I don't want to give you any other excuse not to listen to not to watch the show, considering you watch Lurch and Dom, but have kind of miss your boyfriend's show.
Thank you for
Yeah, but I always tuned in afterwards because I fell asleep at inconvenient times.
Yeah.
Are you narcoleptic?
And you know what? Like, I totally know why. I totally am starting to understand why my sleep schedule's so fucked up anymore. Because I'm up at 2:30 every morning waking her.
Well, Tina,
Hey, you don't have to. You started that way.
Yeah, I know. That's
'cause
because
he
I'm a
loves you.
nice guy.
it's because he loves you with the intensity of 1,000 suns.
I'm God, and bitch you not.
Tina, thank you for subjecting yourself to my stupid questions.
It's okay.
And
I
get
don't care.
and get used to it in October because you're gonna get a lot more of them.
It's okay. I don't mind.
All right, go to bed, Lightweight.
Besides, I've never known anyone with the name Abraham before, so it just kind of
It's biblical.
needs an exception.
Oh, okay. Because it's biblical, right?
Oh, you know what? Speaking of
Historical.
speaking of biblical, you should have seen James when he found out his family's religious background. James is like, what?
Yeah, he had his mind
What's his
blown.
family's religious background?
What's going on? Oh, my parents are whatever. Jehovah's Witnesses. I was raised Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I rebelled at a very early age, so I've never really followed their beliefs. But yeah, I was raised by Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh well, that sounds on the best though, so whatever. All right, enjoy the rest of your show.
Yeah, go to bed.
Sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Later. But yeah, James was freaking out. I mean, why? Why was that?
Well, he would
Is
never.
Is he a Christian? Is he?
James is a Christian in the fact that I don't know. He's a very non-practicing Christian.
But he seemed to know his shit about the Bible.
Oh yeah,
or about
because
stuff,
he used to try and be a goody two shoes Christian boy.
Oh, okay. I
Then
didn't
he
know
met
that.
me.
I didn't know that.
No, I first met Jimmy at church. From there, that's how I met Dave and everyone else.
You go to church now, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
As of last Sunday, I'm officially back in church. Me
Practicing.
and Brandy found a nice black church that she tells me, "Oh, this isn't a black church. It's a mixed church." I get there.
You were the mix.
I was the mix. Yes, there was one other white guy there. I was like, just because they put one white guy on their elders does not make them a mixed church.
I'm God.
Silly.
Token
and bitch
white
you
guy.
not.
Token white guy on the elder council.
We had the full choir going and everything. Like I was
Wow.
like, this is a black church. But I had fun, so I'm gonna keep going with her.
Have you gone throughout your life? And whatnot?
What did Jehovah witness? That's a really good question from Gert.
Huh?
What did Jehovah witness?
The creation of the universe, supposedly. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, well, I get the joke, but it's Jehovah's Witnesses. So the people that practice it are Jehovah's Witnesses. To whatever.
Well, I came up with something the other day,
get a
and me and Primo are gonna go do this. Okay. I was driving by the Planned Parenthood over by James's house over on Maine, and I saw all the little Christian protesters out there with the abortion is
Those
murder.
are
and-
not Christians, sir.
Well, they come from the
Those
church.
are posers.
They come from the church a couple doors down who claim to be Christians. So I don't know. I'm not one to judge. Anywho,
Christians aren't destined to go to hell.
I am
Sorry.
going to sit there, and I'm going to get a big giant lowercase t for time to leave, and then get some posters out and walk around with some posters that say crucifixion is murder,
Interesting.
and just join them in their quest.
Yeah.
Crucifixion is murder.
I just want to troll them because they're people that do that. They're trolling, but they don't know that they're trolling. So I just want to troll them.
Right. Dom says it's a little late to be going by Planned Parenthood. Yeah.
But we were talking about James being a Christian and whatnot.
Yeah. He kind of like,
Why was his mind so blown by that? I guess is the question.
maybe because he didn't expect it. I didn't expect it, but then again, my mind wasn't exactly blown. I mean, I was wondering why you were crying me a fucking river when I gave you a DVD for your birthday, but
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me just in the fact that of all the Jehovah's Witnesses I've ever met, most of them are Mexican anyway. So, to me, Mexican usually, if they're religious, is either Catholic or Jehovah's Witness.
you know who's a Jehovah's Witness? Tony Drake.
Yes, I remember that. One of the only black ones out there.
Well, I remember there being quite a few black ones actually.
Racist.
Wait, no, Mormon. Mormon's the ones with no blacks, right? Where they don't like black people.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's Mormonism.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When
Mormons don't like black people.
when I was a kid and we went to church, it was a huge church and it was divided in half, and one was like the Spanish congregation, one was the English congregation. There was a lot of black people
They
in
were
English.
just trying to get some legal segregation going on.
Yeah, there was a lot of black people in the English congregation.
Okay, so I take it back. It's Mormonism where it's
Well, that's just one
rare.
man's experience. I don't know.
Jehovah's Witness is recognized as a cult by the government. Well, that explains your involvement.
They do definitely have some very cult-like behaviors. That's yeah, for sure.
If you want to call in and discuss anything or plug anything, do it 203-437-7442. And after about how long have we been on? 50, 40 minutes?
The exact amount of time that we were late.
Right. Let's see. Where are we at? Tina wonders why I do an outline, and that's because we can finally get to the news stories.
Because we go way out there, but every now and then we need something to pull us back in.
Right.
And if we had no outline, we would have nothing to pull us back in. It would just be dick jokes, fart jokes, and gay jokes.
And just remember, pulling out doesn't work. I have a daughter that proves that.
No.
So, the first couple of news stories we have are from our resident news retriever, who has his own theme.
Did you just fart, Tommy?
No, I got no cartilage
I heard a
and
noise.
stuff, so like when I sit or stand for long periods, it gets stiff and sore, so I moved and it felt very...
Yeah, Tommy, you're getting very limp with my microphone over there.
It felt very nice.
3/4 erect.
All right, so yeah, for our first couple of news stories are from Lurch. And that's Lurch's theme music.
Oh, that's right. You can't hear it. Huh?
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to give. I think Lurch sent me this one, but I thought maybe Tommy did. The headline is Batman could fly, but would crash and die.
Not me.
Okay. Dashing the dreams of comic fans across the world, 4 students from the University of Leicester, damn foreigners, somewhere in England, said that while Batman could glide using his cape as he does in the 2005 film Batman Begins, his landing would almost certainly prove fatal. The superhero is back in cinemas later this month in The Dark Knight Rises, and they suggested Batman should go shopping before trying a similar attempt to become airborne over Gotham City. Quote, "If Batman wanted to survive the flight, he would definitely need a bigger cape," said David Marshall, 22, one of the students in the final year of their 4-year Master of Physics degree. Or if he preferred to keep his style intact, he could opt for using active propulsion, such as jets, to keep him aloft. Well, yeah, no shit.
Why are people studying this? Like,
apparently that's the type of degrees you get when you study in a foreign land.
wow. that well, a physics degree, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Is this chicken what I have, or is this fish?
No one realistically expects Batman's abilities to be real, though. Like, you know what I mean? Do they?
I beg to differ. There's about 1 million people standing outside waiting for the freaking midnight showing all around the world that probably do believe that he's a real person.
Tommy's got his DJ fucking one earpiece going on.
Do they really believe that, like, Batman would be possible in the real world? Because he's not. I thought we all knew
I'm
that.
pretty sure there's a lot of them out there that do. Just like there's people that think there's a real Superman out there somewhere.
Are you serious? There's people that think there's a real Superman.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with
There's people that believe in aliens. You don't think people are going to believe in Superman?
Well, aliens
Not
are-
that I'm denying that aliens exist, because I believe aliens exist, but
aliens are at least somewhat plausible. Superman?
They work in the strawberry fields.
the strawberry fields over on your way to Oceanside right after Carlsbad.
Right. Where are we at?
Jeez, physics people. Yeah, Batman. Well, like, I guess, like, Michael Keaton Batman was, like, using grappling hooks and shit. Like, that's possible, right?
Hey, George Clooney had the magic nipples.
Dude, George Clooney was
Source.
the best Batman.
Source of all his power.
In a paper titled The Trajectory of a Falling Batman, the group argued that if he jumped from a 492-foot high building, the 15-foot wingspan of Batman's cape would allow him to glide 1,148 feet. However, he would reach a speed of 68 miles per hour before hitting the ground at a life-threatening speed of 50.
Bat roadkill.
Chinese city declares war on piranha. The government of
Seems logical.
Guangxi's region's Luzhou, Bobby Smith, is asking people to hunt the alien South American species which badly bit 2 people earlier in the week who were paddling in the Lujiang River, the Chinese daily said. Quote, "Fishing with nets is not allowed in the section of the river that flows through the city, but we have made an exemption." Oh yeah, let's catch piranhas with nets. Go figure. 5 fishing boats with experienced fishermen have been deployed on the river since Monday. In addition, more than 40 other fishermen from the local fishing association have joined us as well. They all use small pieces of pork as bait.
Wasting good-ass pork on piranhas?
Gert says, what about Rush Limbaugh thinking, OU load? OU load? Oh, OU load.
Do you English?
OU load. that the villain Bane was a dig at Mitt Romney's Bane Capital.
I never heard about that.
I don't know. Outload. Oh, outload. Outload.
Out loud.
Out loud, maybe?
Thinking out loud.
Yeah. What about Rush Limbaugh thinking out loud that the villain Bane was a dig at Mitt Romney, Bane Capital? I don't know. I don't listen to. You know what?
Yeah.
I know who listens to Rush Limbaugh.
Dom?
We'll ask her.
Who can it be?
Who can it be now? Come on, answer the phone, woman.
Yeah, it is. Where are we calling?
We're calling Tina.
Oh, are we? She listens to Rush Limbaugh? Why?
Yes.
Why do you listen to Rush Limbaugh?
Because I find him entertaining. He makes the rest of my afternoon go by when I'm at work.
Do you agree with him?
No.
You just
No.
find him
I
entertaining?
mean, there's certain things that I agree with him on, but there's a lot that I don't.
Okay.
She's a racist ass Republican.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, I can kind of understand that because he says some pretty outrageous shit that like you just fucking laugh at.
Have you ever listened to a show though?
Yeah,
Like,
I have.
or so-
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Not recently.
I
But
usually
I have.
just ask people. That when they say certain things about him, I'm like, well, have you actually listened to it, or have you just read what people say
No,
about it?
I've listened to him. Yeah, and Dr. Laura is strangely entertaining too. Have you ever listened to Dr. Laura?
When she's not firing
No.
off N-words.
Anyways, yeah. Sorry, Dave.
He said it was a Hollywood conspiracy.
Yeah, you might know about this. Weren't you going to ask her about Batman?
Yeah. Don't you think he's telling the truth when he says Bane is a dig at Mitt Romney? Come on, Tina. You have to have an opinion.
I don't even remember hearing him say that. All he's been talking about lately is Obama and Obamacare. And
Has he ever?
this about Obama and bringing up a whole bunch of what the hell sound clips and shit.
I bet you he calls Obama a nigger, like in his private private life.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't say nigger. But one time he actually made a reference about something about.
Nigga.
How did he?
Gah.
He
You are
called
not
him- he
black.
basically
You
called
don't
him
get
a
to add the
monkey.
R.
A monkey?
Yeah, he basically
Oh, that's
called him a
even
monkey.
worse.
Wow. Yeah. I bet you there's a lot of people that wish he would have just OD'd on OxyContin.
Probably, but he makes too much money to.
He
do
does
that.
make a large amount of money, doesn't he? He's like one of the top paid radio hosts.
Oh yeah, he has his own private jet. He gives out free iPads on his air when someone calls in.
Fuck
and writes about
iPads.
him.
He gives them out because they suck and no one's buying them.
What the fuck is he like Oprah now, just giving shit out?
What did you say, nigga?
At Christmas time, he was like giving him out every single phone call.
Oh, Rush.
Oh, wait. Gert sent us a story on it. And damn it, I can't copy it. Fuck.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I just tried to copy it too. That was pretty funny.
Well, do we know it, like he's known for saying outrageous shit, but I don't know anything about Christopher Nolan's politics. I mean, he's the writer, right? He's a writer director, so I guess if there was a history of Christopher Nolan being being a liberal, and I don't know, but probably not, because Bane the character existed for years before this movie, so I doubt it, but I don't know. Trying to have serious time, Dave.
So you're into Rush Limbaugh and bestiality. You're losing points by the minute here.
All right. I got the article up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we'll let Tina go since she has helped us so much. Thank you, Tina.
Okay.
Have fun.
Yep.
Bye.
Keep dreaming of horses.
All right.
Oh Lord.
Will the latest Hollywood blockbuster be the bane of Mitt Romney's presidential campaign?
Oh, what a wonderful pun.
Well, that might be going too far, but the villain in the new Batman movie probably won't do Romney any favors. The bad guy's name? Bane. Which is audibly the same as Bane, the investment firm that Romney once held and the company that President Obama's campaign keeps characterizing as a jobs-destroying vampire outlet. The hulking Bane, played by some skinny actor. Yeah, why that? No, seriously, why are they getting all these skinny fucking guys to play these big people?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
Topher fucking Grace.
Even whatever his name is that played Thor, like he should have been bigger.
Really?
Thor, yeah.
Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth,
Yeah.
I mean, he was big for he's kind of big, but
He's got
not
a hot wife.
He's not big, you know.
Yeah.
He's not Thor big. I think
Topher fucking Grace as Eddie Brock.
that's extreme, yeah. But I think it has to do probably with just comic books to movies. You can't put some beast of a guy, you know.
They should just have Lou Ferrigno play all the big guys.
Especially Chris Nolan, like his run on Batman movies, like his whole take on it is, you know, to try to make it look as realistic as possible.
Back Joker. The hulking,
Well, that's real. That's realistic, right?
the hulking Bane is Batman's evil doing opposite in The Dark Knight Rises, the third film in director Christopher Nolan's trilogy about the Caped Crusader. The movie opens in theaters on Thursday and is widely expected to be the biggest box office hit of the summer and quite possibly the year. No.
No, probably not.
Avengers opened in March to 207 million. Oh, by the way, we had a poll up, and I said the Avengers has the current highest opening weekend of 207 million, and asked, will The Dark Knight Rises beat it?
I don't think it's even gonna come close.
Well, only one person said yes, and everyone else who voted in the poll said no.
Yeah, there's pretty
And
much
that
no,
one person
no
would
chance.
be
Ryan Cormier.
Who the hell is Ryan?
Ryan. Vosk Ryan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right, those Sony years are kind of hazy now. I
he
just
does
remember.
not follow movies then.
Yeah, he doesn't know shit about.
It's all about Aquaman.
Yeah.
Please hold off on your conspiracy theories about liberal Hollywood. The mask-wearing Bane character was created in 1993. Really? He's that new?
Mm-hmm.
New, I don't. 93.
Was created in 1993, but hey, you know what? I don't give a fuck if they play Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit" on a classic rock station anymore, which made me really feel my age. By comic book creators Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan, long before Romney was running for president, though a year before he ran unsuccessfully for Massachusetts senator against Ted Kennedy. The movie was already in pre-production before Romney declared his intention to run in 2012. The date of its release was scheduled long ago.
Seems like a hell of a stretch.
Yeah.
It's just a word. He's an idiot of a man that can't figure shit out, so he just makes up random stuff. And people like Tina follow him. His loyal followers.
I think he's can be. This has been years since I listened to him, but I think he can be interesting to listen to in the same way that.
And yes, Batman will have a 3-day weekend. It opens tonight.
Yeah, the 3-day weekend is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, Tina wants to know if of the three of us, do any of us vote?
Yes.
No.
No.
Religiously. I voted in the damn primaries. That's how far I go.
And what are you registered as, sir?
Nonpartisan.
Nonpartisan. You know what
I
that
don't
means?
want to be moved in any way by having certain names at the top of my ballot.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah.
I was going to say Rush Limbaugh is interesting to listen to in the same way that Howard Stern is to listen to, and that he
Shock value
and charisma and just blowhardiness. It's entertainment. If you take it as entertainment and don't actually sit there and take what they're saying seriously. Yeah.
Which Tina does. I imagine.
He's a conservatard.
It's alright, so does Brandy. I think they're going to get along really well when she comes down.
Well, they already hung out at the fight, right?
I know, they did. But one time is never enough. Once you go black, you never go back.
Tommy, here's a story for you. Actually, I think you're the one who sent me this story. Come to think of it, hold on. I gotta add a picture to our whatchamacallit.
So, are you guys excited for The Dark Knight Rises or Returns or whatever the fuck it's called?
I was gonna go see it in the drive-in, but I think it's actually too dark at the drive-in to see that in sort of movie because the Batman
It's super dark.
Yeah, the Christopher Nolan movies have been really dark.
Yeah.
I'm so excited by it that I was invited by probably 5 different people to go to the midnight showing with them, and they would pay, and I turned them all down to be here. That's how excited about it I am.
Well,
Nice.
it's only 5 till 9. You'll still have time.
I'm like, oh, no, fucking, I don't want to see it.
All right.
I want to see it when it's not like.
I told one of my friends, I was like, all right, I'll go with you, but I'm wearing an Avengers t-shirt, and they declined. They took my invitation back.
Nice.
I mean, I'm.
Who wins in a fight, Wolverine or Superman?
Oh boy.
I forget what I said on this one. I think I still said Wolverine.
Okay. Oh, Roy.
Can of worms.
just unload that on him. All right, Tommy.
Wolverine, sir. Yes.
Did you send me the one about the man getting arrested for having sex with a teddy bear?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you would enjoy that one.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty good. Man arrested for the 4th time for having sex with a teddy bear in public.
4th time.
Now, we're going to go ahead and bring up a picture of this man and just, well, you can.
This is what I would look like if I was a black man.
That's Leroy Jenkins.
Charles Marshall, 28, received a citation on Wednesday for masturbating with a stuffed animal in an alley near the Elm Street Health Club in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Was it the same teddy bear all 4 times?
Just wait. This is the 4th occasion since 2010 that the man has been arrested for pleasuring himself with a teddy bear. Marshall received a citation for disorderly conduct in the most recent event. Employees at the health clinic noticed Marshall in an alley engaging in a sex act with himself. They reported the situation to police. Marshall was found using the stuffed animal to masturbate. Marshall has a history of arrests for having sex with teddy bears in public. For 3 similar incidents in the past, Marshall served short stints in jail and paid small fines for misdemeanor convictions, according to the Smoking Gun. Now you gotta wonder, so man, what you in for? I was fucking a teddy bear.
Oh, I'm sure he makes some shit up.
He was first arrested in February 2010 after people at a public library contacted authorities about Marshall. Witnesses there said the man had been masturbating with a stuffed animal in a men's bathroom. Well, at least he was doing it in the bathroom.
Yeah, and how'd he get caught?
Later in 2010, police arrested Marshall for having sex with a teddy bear a second time.
Unless he wasn't in the stall, how would you get caught?
He's fucking a teddy bear in the urinal.
Sink.
And
Bent over the sink.
You like that, don't you, bitch?
Wasteland.
You like it, Ted?
The
You like it?
The third occasion Marshall was found pleasuring himself with a toy bear was in August of 2011. He was arrested for that incident after witnesses called authorities. Police said he was masturbating with a stuffed animal in a place where minors were likely present. At Primo, it is unclear whether Marshall used the same teddy bear on each occasion. Yeah, they actually mentioned that. That's why I'm like, just wait.
The man loves his teddy.
And there was no mention of like mental problems or anything. Just a weird fetish.
Well,
I think that's one of those unmentionable things.
Yeah,
that,
I think it's kind of implied. If you're masturbating to a teddy bear in public 4 times.
Not to a teddy bear, with a teddy bear.
And the movie Ted in theaters now.
That's a little bit weird.
I'm only going to skim through this one because I just think it's funny. Michael Johnson is calling out fucking the dude with the dual prosthetic. Michael Johnson?
Yeah. Was he the guy that had AIDS or some shit?
No.
That's Magic Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Michael Johnson is the Olympic sprinter.
Oh, with the gold shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's calling out the dude with the dual prosthetics.
Tink Tink?
Tink Tink, yes.
Is Tink Tink actually an Olympic qualifier?
Yeah, he's going. He's supposedly supposed to be racing this year.
Oh, okay. All right. So
or this Olympics.
Or little Tink Tink.
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson's too damn old to qualify anymore.
That's what I was
so
gonna
now
say.
he's saying that he has an unfair advantage.
That was my question. If he's retired already, or if he's
he's
because
retired.
you have no legs, you now have an unfair advantage.
Poor little Tink Tink.
Poor little Tink Tink.
And he's basically saying, and he knows he has an unfair advantage too. And like, come on, man, the guy has no legs. Let him race.
Tina, I was going to cover your story, but he's only the honorary mayor. It would have been funnier if he was the actual mayor. Tina sent me a story saying about a cat who was written in as a candidate for mayor and won the election, has been the mayor for 15 years. A cat.
That's because the people of that town are like, you mean we don't have to pay taxes to pay for a mayor? Fuck yeah, keep the cat in.
Pole dancing prostitutes destroying street signs in New Zealand.
Say that again?
Pole dancing prostitutes destroying street signs in New Zealand.
Where's that? Isn't that in Australia?
Near Australia, yes.
Kiwis. It's a sign of the times in South Auckland, New Zealand, where local prostitutes are being accused of destroying...
I don't think we should cover stories from places that don't exist.
Good idea.
Oh, what happened to Kiwi anyway? Have you spoken to that
Let me quickly
dude?
summarize that one for you. Basically, the prostitutes are out on the streets. Anyway, they're doing pole dancing on the street signs to attract customers, and when they're doing their dances, they're bending the poles.
Some fat-ass strippers.
But yeah, so real strippers are defending them, saying that that's unrealistic because it wouldn't physically be possible that they do it, and whatever. Anyway, that was a story. Some crazy, strong-ass strippers dancing around on poles, bending street signs.
Book printed in ink that vanishes after 2 months.
This was a story I thought Primo would enjoy. Go ahead. I can't read it from here, but I thought Primo would like this one.
We've seen a few innovations that have offered a twist on traditional reading habits, from offering short works by new authors based on the duration of train delays, to a temporary edible book made of pasta, and a smokable book with pages made from rolling papers printed with the lyrics of rapper Snoop Dogg. Oh, are you kidding me? And that's actually going to be covered in our MMA segment. But Tito Ortiz just revealed that he had knee surgery before the Forrest Griffin fight. So now he's making excuses.
So he was trying to say, well, how soon after? Or how soon before?
An hour before. I just got out of recovery. Fucking Tito Ortiz. You know what? He did the exact same thing after the second fight. Oh, I had a cracked skull. Or I think he said he had a fractured skull or something.
You know I watched the post presser.
Yeah.
And you know that same meme I put up for Tina's nonsense about Sarah Jessica Parker from The Princess Bride? Yeah. I don't think you know that. Yeah, he kept saying I went out like a warrior. He kept saying that like so much, and I was like, I don't think that word means what you think it means. Because you went out like a bitch, sir.
Gert's wondering when he's going to remove that growth, Jenna Jameson.
He went out like a bitch.
He already tried. He beat the shit out of it. Just wouldn't go away.
Nice.
Very good, Tommy.
Yeah, Forrest Griffin punked him, too. So.
Forrest Griffin punked him, then ran from the cage.
Punked him twice. He ran from the cage, just diverting the whole attention.
And then he interviewed him.
And then he interviewed him. Yeah, he punked him twice. You didn't go out like a warrior, you dumb shit.
Speaking of warrior, completely off topic, because I watched the Home Run Derby a couple weeks ago, and during the last few swings of Prince Fielder's final round, they started playing the Ultimate Warrior theme music over the stadium speakers. I'm
nice.
like, yes. Anyway,
where were we?
Oh, Tina's going to bed. Bye.
Bye, Tina. Have sweet lesbian dreams.
Of horses.
Jenna Jameson and Missy Hyatt own Valtrex. Oh, Missy Hyatt. Oh.
Who's that?
Oh, she was a wrestling manager in the 80s and 90s. Definitely known for being a hooer.
So is she ugly?
She is not aged too well. In fact, let me find a picture of her. Fucking stupid fucking splitter.
And so while you're doing that, I'll explain the book story so you don't have to read it all.
There you go.
Anyway, they came up with this book, and it's somewhere in the Spanish area, because it's in Spanish.
Spain.
Yeah, in the Spanish area. But basically, it's like seal tight, and then when you crack the seal, after 2 months, the ink starts to disappear. So it's designed to make you want to read it right away.
Right.
I thought it was a good idea to try to bring a little bit more people to buy hardbacks, and they said it sold out the first day.
Or what happens to the paper? They're left with like a journal you can write in?
Yeah, that's exactly what they were saying. They're saying they don't know what you could do after it, but they said it's a really good cover, and the pages that they wrote in on are really thick, so it'd make a good journal.
Yeah. For people that actually do stuff like that, or sketchbooks or something like that.
But yeah, they said it sold out the first day of the first printing.
Did they talk about prices? Like what? Because hardbacks are expensive enough as it is.
Oh, I'm sure this one was pretty pricey.
Yeah. I don't know.
That is Missy Hyatt.
No me gusta. That's... Yeah, books are...
Tina came back. She said, I heard that. No lesbian dreams here.
I thought I said
that.
I
No
thought
lesbian
I said that
dreams, just bestiality dreams.
I thought I said that in my head. I said it a lot, apparently.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, books are probably going to die as a format.
They're dying. I will be honest and say I still buy them.
I've always... Not always, but for a long time, I've just gone to used bookstores.
And I prefer the hardback, to be quite honest.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, along with like newspapers and stuff and magazines, it's kind of a dying format.
I felt so bad, like so old. I was at work and I was reading a hardback book today.
Yeah.
And someone walks into my office at lunch, and I'm reading the hardback book during my lunch break. And this guy walks in, and he's got his little iPad or whatever,
Kindle or whatever.
and he looks at it. He's like, "What are you doing? Like, how could you be reading a book?" I was like, "I'm reading." He's like, "Oh," and he just walked out. I was like, "Yeah, this is what we call a book, sir."
You should have told him this is better, dude. This is yeah. you have how would I put it? I don't know. You have a game. That's a game. This is an experience. That's
You know how
something
they
like
say
that.
books are better than the movies? It should be like hardbacks are better than the ebook.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you guys, shit.
I don't know. I like books. Then I think
There
there's
you go.
always going to be a certain type of person that likes books.
I will always buy books.
But we're going to die out eventually, and I'm sure it'll.
I
go its
will
own
admit that I did read Moneyball in an ebook form because I was able to get it for 25 cents.
Moneyball.
Mhm.
What is that?
It was a baseball book.
Oh, okay. But no. What did you think? What did you know great differences? Because I've never used a Kindle, but I've used like PDFs. I have a bunch of
I
books
used
in PDF.
it on my phone,
Oh, okay. So
and the only thing is I'm really annoyed by the rubbing my
Just
finger on the screen. I don't
scrolling.
like to do that.
yeah.
Having to do that to read a book.
Dave, you want to weigh in here? Because I know you have a Kindle, right?
I have Kindle software.
Okay. So you read on your screen here? or-
Yes.
Okay. How's that work for you?
I really like it.
You don't have a preference as far as
Well, here's the thing.
I know you have read actual books.
Yes.
I know you've read an actual book before, dude.
With the ease and simplicity and portability of having a screen like that, I've actually bought books.
Okay.
That's how I've been reading the Forrest Griffin books, the Chael Sonnen
right,
book.
right.
I'm about to buy 11/22/63 by Stephen King.
And you on the tablet. Too,
Yeah, and that makes because the actual the county library has a system where you can borrow books. They have a limited
you
selection.
can borrow Kindle books.
Yes,
Ah.
they have a limited selection, but it's growing and growing. But for books that you can't borrow and you really want to read, I've been buying them.
That's and correct me if I'm wrong, but that is an advantage that they're cheaper, right? Or do they go for the same price as?
It depends.
paperbacks.
Like brand new, it'll more likely be cheaper.
About how much?
Usually Kindle books are about $10. So it depends on if
Wow.
the book's like 25 or if it came out or if it's like been an old book, it's like $3.95.
Okay.
Fun fact: Bane's giant mouthpiece is modeled after Giada De Laurentiis' retainer. Giada De Laurentiis. That's a fucking. Is that crazy
I don't know.
Food Network bitch?
Maybe. I'm not sure who that is though.
I don't know.
No, sir.
No. Okay.
I
But
heard somewhere it looks like a sideways goatsy. Pull up a picture of Bane.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. It is that crazy Food Network bitch. She's got that like.
I don't know.
She's got that really creepy smile. Like she smiles and it's almost like, I want to control your mind.
I want to chop you up and eat you.
Yeah. You are going to be my next dish. But I do have a phone call to make because someone wanted to plug something, so I need to call him right now. And he's going to plug something we all love. Well, at least me and Primo love. Tommy careless. So let's bring up call phones and punch in the number. Let me make sure that's the right number. Okay, yeah, it is.
Hello.
Is this Mr. Gert?
Hello.
Is this Gert?
Yes.
Gert, you are on the Rusty Razor podcast on DIU TV. How you doing tonight?
I am doing awesome. How are you fellas doing?
We're doing all right. Talking about lesbians and
Making
Or
gay
so.
jokes.
Hey, that's always a great conversation starter.
yeah, and especially when we can get my girlfriend involved and call her a lesbian.
Believe me, I know how it is. I'm married, so we always have conversations about lesbians and goat sex and all that kind of good stuff.
Goat sex. Tommy, you're
Goat
engaged.
sex.
Do you talk about goat sex with Brandy?
I have talked about lamb sex, but not goat sex yet. I'm gonna have to bring that one up.
Yeah, you got to work your way up to that one.
Yeah, we have a running conversation about the guy in West Virginia on bath salts with the pygmy goats. So goat sex is a hot topic at our house.
Things are weird in Texas.
Too much information.
Very much so. We try to keep it, because if you don't keep it weird, I mean, what else can you do?
There's a lot of cattle in Texas, aren't there?
Yeah. We're moving in September, and it's a cow pasture where we're moving to. So I'll be seeing more of them than people.
Nice.
I wanted cow tip one time, but I don't want to get shot at. Because, I mean, growing up as a city-raised white boy here in San Diego County, you don't get a chance to cow tip.
No.
Yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Right on Marino, Dave. It's a safe spot. You could do it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's
right on the start of Marino.
It's not as fun as it sounds, is what you're saying?
No. I mean, it's dark, and you're gonna run shoes and step in funny things and stuff like that. Cattle ranchers generally don't like it. Texas has a lot of laws about stealing cattle and shooting on site and all that kind of good stuff. So
are there still like old school cattle rustlers, like to try to steal cattle from ranchers?
In South Texas, very much so.
Wow.
I just read an article like 2 weeks ago. A guy got 25 years for cattle rustling.
God.
Lucky he didn't get killed. Texas they'll shoot on site for cattle rustling.
Yeah, actually, it was Evan that originally told me that because Evan was from I think he grew up in the Houston area as well. That's
where I'm living at now. Is basically south of Houston. I'll be moving to a town called New Caney, which its claim to fame is the Dunn, Adam Dunn. That's where he's from, the baseball player. So that's their big claim to fame. I'll tell you a quick story about how small of a town this is. They renamed the Little League fields Adam Dunn Field. It's only one Little League field in the whole town. And the name before was the name of a woman that lived there, and her name was Sissy Slakebush. And it had been named that since the 50s. And no one thought any kind of irony of that, and just decided to change it to Adam Dunn Field.
Huh. Maybe it just came off the tongue a little bit easier.
Yeah, I just never figured that one out. But it's a strange state. I'm not from here, and it's a little used to as far as living here. But the big thing
where are you from anyway?
What's that?
Where are you originally from?
I am from South Boston.
Ah, okay.
Yes, I don't have the accent because I moved back here when I was a young lad, and just never did develop the accent. But my dad's side of the family is we're all Southeast.
All right.
And whatnot. But I guess the big reason I wanted to call y'all is I am going to tomorrow fly to Florida. I'm good friends with Melvin Guillard, and so I'm going to part of his training camp and help with MMA the pay-per-view spots that are on Fox. They're doing highlights of him for the next for UFC 150 this weekend. So I will be there live and in living color, and if y'all wanted some kind of insights to the Black Zillions, I'd be more than happy to help you guys out.
Definitely, and Primo, the first time he ever heard of the Black Zillions, he's like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, it started out as being called Imperial Athletics, and that's its real name. And I can't remember who it was that came up with the name, but I thought it was a joke, and it still is a joke to most of them guys. It's just because Rashad's a black guy, and there was also quite a few of Brazilians there, so they just decided to come up with a hybrid name, Black Zillion.
Yeah.
And I still laugh about it occasionally.
Yeah.
But as you know, Overeem's down there, so I expect to be offered some horse meat this weekend.
If you have horse meat, you have to let us know how it is.
You couldn't
in
pay
my
me
kitchen
money
destroying
to eat
shit.
horse meat.
Can you get me some horse jerky? I love jerkies of all types, so I'll eat some horse jerky.
Yeah, I'm not eating Sarah Kacheska Parker or Celine Dion or Secretariat.
Well, Secretariat's dead, so.
Yeah, he would be beef jerky. I mean, he would be horse jerky by now. But yeah, I'll be there all weekend, and they'll be over there doing some filming for his fight against Cowboy Cerrone that absolutely no one's giving him a chance in, which I think is ridiculous. I think it's going to be a fun fight to watch.
It's one of those fights that I only anticipate going one, but I would love to see it go the distance.
Yeah, I personally, my feeling is if Melvin keeps it standing, it goes a distance, and Melvin wins a decision. If Donald can take it to the ground, he wins by Melvin's poison in a rear naked choke.
Oh yeah.
That's the way. But I think it's going to be an exciting fight. I mean, of course, I'm going to root for Melvin, and I want to see a good striking display from both of them, because they're both real good friends with each other, and this comes down to business. It comes down to Melvin left Jackson's and went with Rashad. And him and Donald are still good friends. They still hang out together. Mainly in Oklahoma. I know Donald's been there a couple of times with Melvin, and they've hung out together, and they're still good friends. And it came down to a more of a loyalty thing with Melvin. Rashad and Melvin were on season 2 together. And so they've been good friends, and Rashad was the one that went to bat for Melvin to begin with, for Melvin to go to Greg Jackson's. And there's no animosity between Melvin and anyone at Jackson's. It's just a business decision. Let me tell you, if someone offered me $150,000 to fight my best friend, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
There's not a lot I wouldn't turn out $150,000 for.
If someone offered me $150 to fight my best friend, I'd have a blast doing it.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the way they're looking at it. Is this is going to be a lot of fun, to get in there and hit each other, and but yeah, I mean, just wanted to let you guys know, me and Dave have talked back and forth on some different social media sites and whatnot, and this is the first time I've tuned in to y'all's podcast, but maybe I can get Melvin to call in for the next podcast or down the line. This is kind of a compact training camp for him coming off his last fight and turn around and going right to his next training camp.
Right, because the fight's on August 11th, right?
Yeah, it's August 11th in Denver. It's on the Ben Henderson, Frankie Edgar fight.
It's in Denver?
It's in Denver.
For the actual MMA part of our show, not the part where we make dick jokes.
Right.
Yeah, it's in Denver, so it's going to be fun with the altitude.
I was just going to say, how's this conditioning going?
It's good. Melvin's conditioning has always been real good, but him training at Jackson's in Albuquerque, he's used to the altitude where he's at. So they at Jackson's they have a lot of high altitude training. So he'll probably go a week early to Denver to get ready for the altitude. But I don't think that's not going to be a problem. The last round of pay-per-view in Denver was a problem with a lot of the guys just because they weren't adjusted to the altitude. But as far as the co-main events, I don't think all four of those guys, none of them is going to come down to conditioning. Though all four of them are conditioning junkies with those guys. If it was someone like I'm trying to think off the top of my head who's just a Roy Nelson type that doesn't condition as much as he should, then it would be a problem.
Yeah, and Jake Shields and Ed Herman's on that same card. What are you thinking about that fight?
I want to take a nap.
It's not a John Fitch fight. Come on.
It's close. I'm not a big Jake Shields fan. But he is he I don't know if he's down there right now, but he does do a lot of training camp with the Black Zillions now, and he's kind of looking the other way with Cesar Gracie. But I've never been a Jake Shields fan. I just Ed Herman's kind of I guess I'm a little bit more excited for him than I would be for a Jake Shields fight. But you are right. It's 1A. It's number one, John Fitch, and then it's number two for me on Jake Shields.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm very anti Cesar Gracie and all those guys. I can't stand the Diaz brothers.
Fuck the Diaz brothers.
So I mean, it's that and probably Shell is probably two of the guys that I don't like in the ring, but I've met Shell quite a few times. He's night and day outside of the ring and inside of the ring. It's almost like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with or did I get that backwards? With him, one of the nicest people you'd meet, just hanging out, just being a human being. But it's like he flips a switch and becomes another person. And it's a money thing. With both those guys, and then with Shell, it's all about persona, and trying to play the role of the villain, and he does it well. He does it real well. But I just don't like him. But to each his own. I was at the Silva Sonnen fight a couple weeks ago in Vegas for Melvin was on that card.
Yeah.
On the undercard, and I was 11 rows back, sitting with Melvin's wife and some of his cousins and brother. He's got a brother that's a chef in Vegas, so we always get to eat good.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a chef at Nine Steakhouse at the Palms.
I've only ever been to Las Vegas once. I've lived 6 hours from Las Vegas my entire life. I've been there once.
I'm honeymooning in Vegas in November.
Yeah, that's 6 hours away. That's you gotta get there more often. I mean,
well, here's the thing: I don't drink and I really don't gamble, so it's like,
smoke.
And I don't smoke.
Honestly, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't gamble. I'm not very much of a do a lot of things person, but I enjoy going to Vegas with Mel and them. Just for the other things, just kind of getting out of the house and doing things. But I think I spent $150 gambling last time.
You should lead weapons there.
Very boring life outside of looking after my kids and hanging out with the wife.
Right.
And watching wrestling. I watch a lot of wrestling. And
he's a Stro guy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Primo's. I turned Primo onto the Stro when it was back on Justin TV.
Yeah.
We've been kind of bouncing around here and there. I'm thinking about doing my own stream of just the older stuff. I enjoy my childhood too much, I guess, if it's you can say, because
I think we all
it
do.
ended early.
Yeah.
I started working in my grandparents' restaurant at 12, busting tables, so I didn't have much of a childhood.
Yeah, I didn't either. And wrestling was kind of my escape from it. For my escape from my little midget mom.
Yeah. I know the feeling. And but yeah, I watch a lot of classic wrestling and enjoy that more than I do the current stuff. But it's pretty fun, to watch and stuff like that, and think about all the crazy things that happen and were said and done, that they could get away with that Vince won't allow.
That's
currently.
That's why I stopped watching, just because I remember all the stuff from my childhood that I loved, and it was just like, wow, they got away with that,
Yeah.
And nowadays,
King Lawler is night and day. I mean, back then he was a racist and many other things, on live TV, and he can't even say half the things that he used to say.
He called Goldust a faggot live on Raw.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd say, the DX era was the last time that kind of...
Well, which DX era? Are we talking Michaels and Hunter and Rude, or are we talking Hunter, the Outlaws, and X-Pac?
I prefer the Michaels and Hunter DX.
I don't think I was around for that.
And speaking of Shawn Michaels, a buddy of mine out in San Diego just did another signing with Michaels and Jannetty, and I picked up a bunch of stuff. He just did also signing with Hall that was the same weekend as Melvin's fight.
Oh, at Frankensons up in Industry.
What's that? I'm sorry. You broke up there for a second.
Was it the signing up at Frankensons in City of Industry?
Yeah, that was it. I just got in some Hall and Nash stuff from that signing. Nash had signed it a couple of weeks before when Hall was originally supposed to be there, and so they had to wait until the Hall stuff was finished. But from what I understand, it went really well, and Hall showed up sober and happy to see everyone, which is sometimes can be a rarity.
Primo started laughing as soon as he said he showed up sober.
Yeah, I saw that documentary they did on him. It was really sad.
The E60.
Yeah, that one.
ESPN, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but from what I've heard from some people that he's still trying to remain sober and giving it another try, and that's all. I guess that's all you can do.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he's still alive, but that's I guess that's kind of good to hear. That he's still at least trying. At least he's still fighting his demons. He hasn't given up.
Yeah. And it's a rough business, that those guys go through. You hear so many horror stories of after the fact they get out of the spotlight that they all go downhill from there.
Wrestling superstar Virgil.
Yo, man, I used to do the autograph circuit, and I used to see Virgil at so many shows, and I would feel sorry for the guy. Sometimes I'd feel like just walking up and just handing him a $20 bill and just say, dude, I mean, seriously. And but I mean, he would. I've done a couple of Wizard Worlds, and he was there, and he would literally go hours without anyone walking up to his booth.
My best friend and his wife were just at Comic-Con this past weekend, and I was babysitting their taco, a.k.a. dog. And I told him, I said, I will give you my camera if you can go find wrestling superstar Virgil and just give me a picture of it.
Yeah. I've seen instances where people have walked by, not even close up to his booth. We're talking 20 feet away, and just snapped pictures. and he would walk over to him and say, "Hey, you just took a picture of me. That's $10."
Wow.
Sounds like Lou Ferrigno too.
Sounds like fucking TJ. Remember when we went to TJ and I was trying to get a picture of that shirt,
and
that lady stepped right in front of it to block my way? Like, you fucking bitch.
I don't know if you've if y'all guys read Deadspin, but they have a weekly column called Virgil Bag, and it's basically readers writing in stories of meeting wrestlers, and some of them are just some of the funniest stuff.
I gotta check that out.
Me too. Definitely gotta check that out.
I read one last week where a kid was talking about Doink the Clown, and I guess he had diarrhea, and he was running back and forth from the ring to the back. He couldn't even finish the match. He literally ran during the match out of the ring and went to the back, and then came back out to finish the match.
Wow.
And but yeah, there's our Raven going to the Blockbuster to rent just really strange movies. What was it? I think it was Charlie's Angels. He was looking to rent Charlie's Angels at Blockbuster, and I just really, Raven, you wanted to see Charlie's Angels 2 even made it worse.
Wait, Blockbuster still exists?
Well, an old story. Blockbusters. We drove by Blockbuster in Otay yesterday.
Oh yeah,
but it was Mexico. I mean,
yeah, that doesn't.
They're still fucking running off that trademark.
Yeah.
There's a Blockbuster right down the street from my house.
Oh, well, all the ones here have closed down.
Yeah, they closed all the ones here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Netflix and streaming is pretty much taking over the world, the movie world,
and the Redbox thing.
Yeah.
So did any of you guys go to Comic-Con? Being in San Diego County?
I did. Yeah, I did.
How was it this year?
It was amazing for me. It was only my second year going, and the last time I only went in the exhibition hall and bought some comic stuff because I like comics. But this time I actually went into the
Hall H.
Hall H, yeah, where they do the big presentations, where Marvel did their big presentations. So yeah, I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Last time I went was a couple years ago. I went with Jason David Frank of Power Ranger.
Green Ranger.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he lives here in Kingwood, which is a subdivision of Houston. And let me just go ahead and throw this out. He's an Uber douche, but I went with him.
Yeah, I didn't see any Power Rangers related stuff this year,
but he I've never seen some of the fanatical fans in my life. It was crazy. I was sitting next to him, and we had a guy that walked up and was wearing a kilt and soccer shin guards and a bright orange shirt that said "World's Biggest Power Ranger Fan," and it wasn't like a shirt that you would buy like at a store. It was like a shirt, like a blank shirt
a homemade.
He bought, and then he wrote on it with a big marker. And he paid money for this and everything, and he just decided to halt the line and was asking questions to Jason. We're talking 300-400 people were in Jason's line, that paid, I think it was $25 for his autograph.
Holy shit.
And all the questions were like, "Hey dude, do you remember that time when you did this and then this happened and then this," like he was asking like episode questions.
Wow.
And
I didn't run into anything like that.
Finally Jason looked at me and I was like, "Dude, okay, we need to move on to the next person," because he wouldn't let anyone else like walk like in front of him. He was like, "How rude!" And I was like, "Dude, you're holding up the line for these people. How rude!" It was surreal. But I've been in this autograph business for too many years, and I've just seen it all and done it all.
Yeah.
But that was a strange one. I mean, it was literally like something you'd see at a Saturday Night Live.
Well,
it was just
one thing I did see was there was a guy. I think they call him like Comic-Con Mike or something, and I guess he goes every single year because this guy went up to the mic to ask people questions, And this guy, I mean, there was a Superman panel. They showed some footage of the new Superman movie.
Right.
And this guy was in tears, like he was crying. And he goes up to the mic to talk to people, and he's like carrying on a conversation like he knows them, you know, like they recognize him because he comes every year. So it was weird. He took up like half an hour of time he took up like 20 minutes with the Superman panel, and then he was there all day, and he was talking to Kevin Smith for like half an hour, just holding up the line and like talking to him like they're personal friends, you know. That was kind of weird.
Like they've just become best friends. Jason has it so bad that people will wait outside of he has a MMA studio, and people will wait outside his doors for autographs and to meet him, just hours. It's something that I don't know how I would deal with.
Does he even
That's
care?
for sure.
Like, is he even a fan of like Power Rangers? Is he appreciative of that, or is he just?
He is not appreciative of fans at all.
Wow.
He's appreciative of the money.
Oh, okay.
He's one of those guys, and I mean I can go on and on. I can give you a list of guys that are dead and and whatnot that become so jaded that they could give two flying shits about what happens to a fan. But as long as you've got the money for an autograph,
right,
it's all good. And,
Reverend Dom signed
and then,
off.
Then
Good night, Reverend Dom.
What's that?
Oh, I was saying goodnight to Reverend Dom. He just signed off.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, one of the best ones was Mickey Mantle. I'll tell you a real quick story about him. I was sitting next to him at a show, and this guy that looked like. Do you remember? Do you remember from classic wrestling, Harvey Whippleman?
Yes.
That's exactly what this guy looked like, but he was smaller.
Wow.
Okay, I mean, he was. If he was 100 pounds, I mean, that's like 10 pounds too much. And he walks up. He's got this beautiful 16 by 20 picture, brown and white sepia tone picture. For Mantle to sign. Now, mind you, he paid Mantle $250 to get this signed. Mantle had this 32-ounce insulated mug full of Crown Royal to the brim and took a can of Coke and splashed it on top and had been drinking it the whole time he was signing. And he's sitting there, and this guy walks up there, and he hands me his ticket, and he's, telling me exactly where he wants to get it autographed and what color pen, and, he paid a lot of money for this, so he wants to get it just right. Well, Mantle's in mid-signature, and he passes out on top of this picture. And just, when he passes out, he just draws this big line with this Sharpie. I'm freaking out. I'm thinking he had a stroke or a heart attack, or I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, Mr. Mantle, just kind of like whispering in his ear to see and like checking for a pulse and everything. He wakes up and he says something like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just have these spells every once in a while." And he doesn't even finish the autograph, and he just hands it back to the guy. The guy flips out. He's like, "You ruined my picture," and blah blah, which he did. And he's screaming so loud, Mantle gets up, challenges him to a fight, and then he goes, "Boy, I'm going to tell you a line from a famous movie. There ain't no crying in baseball, and I'll get the fuck out of here." And refused to sign any more autographs and walked off stage. And, I mean, he left probably 100 people in line that had all paid anywhere from $200 to $400 for his autograph.
Wow.
I mean, that's once guys like that got up there in age where that's the only income they had coming in was autograph fees. They turned into different people. Pete Rose is a perfect example.
Pete Rose,
all he cares about is the dollar bill.
But at least with him, though, from what I understand, he signs everything, anything and everything. He'll sign if you give him the money.
Oh, he's at the I can't remember which Las Vegas hotel it is, but he's got a booth, a table that sits in the middle of the mall there, and you could just you walk up to him, throw down your $100, he signs it, whatever it is. He'll sign a baseball. "I screwed your mom, Pete Rose," if you give him enough money.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard someone, I think it was on Sports Talk Radio down here in San Diego, someone had mentioned meeting him down there, and he said he'd sign anything. So they had him sign that I cheated or something on one of the
he will sign baseballs that say, sorry I cheated on baseball. And he charges $350 for them.
Yeah, I mean, people pay it.
It's capitalism, man. If people will pay it, then fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, Pete has no shame. And I don't know if y'all heard this yesterday about he's getting his own reality show.
Wow. This reality show thing has gone too far at this point, I think.
There's more reality TV than shows anymore.
Yeah, I would not want to be in Pete Rose's reality, as far as I'm concerned. So, and then you also, I don't know if y'all heard this, his girlfriend is a former Playboy playmate, and she swears up and down that she loves 71-year-old Pete Rose. She's not even 30, but she's in love with a man that needs a nap and goes to the early bird at Denny's.
Holy shit!
That reminds me of teenage.
Probably like every grandma that I know that has the heat on midsummer when it's 94 degrees out and complains it's cold. Yeah, she's and she also didn't even know that he was famous when she fell in love with him.
Of course not.
Right.
I believe it.
Yeah, I do too. And yeah, whatever. In the first episode of the reality show, she gets her breast implants.
She's a Playboy bunny. She's a former Playboy bunny, though. So how serious could anyone take her in the first place, right? I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah. She's no astrophysicist, right? But yeah, I mean that's mainly what I wanted call you guys for was kind of let y'all know that Melvin will be on the pre-show for on I think don't they show them on Fuel now? I think that's where they show them.
Yeah, I think this is a main card, so it might be FX.
Yeah, he's in the co-main event, but on the pre-show hype show or whatever, those 30-minute.
The pre-show is on Fuel TV.
Okay.
Fuel TV,
but,
FX, and then Fox.
Yeah, Fuel TV has the pre-show. The prelims are on FX because this is a pay-per-view card. The prelims are on FX, and then the pay-per-view goes on. But the pre-show's on Fuel TV.
Okay, yeah, I get them all. I get them all mixed up now that they're not on Spike.
Yeah, that's why I have to keep telling my best friend James. I have to keep letting him know when cards are coming up because he's on Spike. He's like, it's not here anymore. I'm like, dude, you're on the wrong channel.
So what do y'all think about the card this weekend?
It's kind of light for my liking. I mean, it's the whole reason they moved the Faber-Barao fight to it, but I don't know if it's going to hold up.
I have a real good friend that's fighting on it, a guy named Daniel Pineda. I believe he's on the prelims of it. So I'm excited about seeing him fight. He lost his last fight in the UFC to Mike Brown.
Yeah,
and then he won 2 fights before that. Beat a newcomer, then he beat Mackin Schmerzer, and then he lost to Mike Brown, and then he turned around and took this fight about a month out from the fight due to injuries. That I think everyone on this card is a replacement, from an injury.
Right.
And but I see Barao basically stabbing to death Faber. Yeah. Probably in the first round.
And I've been saying this for a while now because I've got a few friends who are hardcore Uriah Faber fans. I said Hen Barrao's going to murder him once he gets a shot.
Oh, it's not even going to be a fair fight. I mean, it's that guy's a killer.
Yeah, what Jose Aldo did to Uriah Faber is just going to pale in comparison to what Hen Barrao does.
Yeah, and I guess y'all heard today that the main event is the Aldo Koch fight is going to be in Brazil.
Yeah, I think that's honestly, actually, I'm going to be able to mark that off on the list now because that's on my MMA segment coming up. Yeah, I don't know because the injury was really never completely disclosed. I think it just might have been a ploy to hold it off until Jose Aldo can get a title
So
defense
he could
in
do-
Brazil.
In Brazil, yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Sneaky Brazilians.
Something along those lines happening. There's everything is not exactly what you see on TV kind of thing.
And I think the longer UFC goes and the bigger it gets, the more of those kind of things are going to happen.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
of course. I mean, eventually, it may not. Hopefully, it's not in our lifetime, but I mean, UFC will become boxing. With the, well, I shouldn't say UFC. I should say MMA in general is going to become more and more corrupt. Once a bigger slice of the pie, starts getting involved.
Yeah, it's just fucking Tommy.
What the heck was that? You got a dog over there? Is that a dog toy?
Yeah, he's got a duck call in one of his toys. We call it his baby, and it's got like a duck calls in it. He's a rat terrier, and his name is the Killer, and
Nice.
he is a stone face, mass murdering, vicious dog, and this toy is called his baby.
Nice.
Wow.
And he's enjoying it right now.
Yeah, I was
got
holding a straight face, and all of a sudden Tommy starts cracking up.
Yeah, he's chewing. It's got 9 of those little squeaky toys in it, and
Wow.
it gets awesomely fun. 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's squeaking around the house where you can hear it. But he's got 31 confirmed kills on his little shillelagh, as we should say, and he shows no fear when it comes to small rodents.
Nice.
We have a elderly couple that's semi hoarders next door, and the field mice will come over into our backyard, and he handles his business.
Yeah, we are city folk here. The most we have to deal with is the occasional cockroach
Occasional cockroach and paisa.
and Mexicans up the border.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I've been. I mean, we've got our own thriving Mexico right down the street from us, but I've been to Mexico many times. It's about a 8-hour drive to the border for us.
Wow.
It's about a
About a
30
10-minute
About a
drive.
10-minute drive for us.
Yeah. I know TJ ain't very far for you guys.
Yeah. Load up on pharmaceuticals and steroids.
I'll tell you how bad ours is around here. Growing up, I basically grew up in South Houston, which is pretty much equivalent of Tijuana without the hookers and the donkey shows.
That sounds no fun.
I know.
And-
That's horrible.
And my best friend, he was pretty much dirt poor, and they were so poor growing up. He didn't even have a front door to his house. It was a piece of sheetrock that we used to move back and forth as a door. And then on weekends, we would take that same piece of sheetrock and take milk crates and make it as a table so we could play dominoes and drink beer, and then just have an open front door.
Nice.
Yeah, so I know all about those days and getting the street tacos and all that kind of fun stuff.
Well, sheetrock sure is versatile, isn't it?
Yeah, especially in the humidity down here. So, well, fellas, I have to get off here. I am going to a 1 a.m. showing of Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, you lucky bastard, you.
Yeah, I bought my tickets a week ago. Oh, what I was going to ask you guys was, how did they have a panel for the new RoboCop reboot?
No,
at,
there was
Comic-Con?
there was no RoboCop anything. I looked for it, and I looked for it in the schedule and everything, and no, I'm actually surprised that it wasn't there. But I didn't see anything to do with RoboCop.
Well, did you go one day or did you go all the days?
I went 2 days.
2 days?
Have you have you at least seen? I've seen the teaser poster, the teaser movie poster. Have you guys even at least seen that?
There's a small. It's not a trailer. It's more like the Omnicorp. It's like a fake commercial for the Omnicorp robots and stuff. Like how security robots, and you can find that on YouTube.
Okay, I hadn't seen that, but I've only seen, and then I know the trailer for the new Superman is before.
Yeah, there was a panel
Dark Knight.
on Superman. That was, and Zack Snyder was there answering questions and whatnot.
So I didn't know he's the director.
Yeah, Zack Snyder.
No, I don't know if I'm gonna.
He directed 300 and Watchmen.
Yeah. I'm a huge Alan Moore fan, so.
Oh, are you?
I don't. I didn't really appreciate the way that Zach kind of bastardized Watchmen.
I'm a big Alan Moore guy too, but I actually liked the Watchmen. I thought it was pretty good. What was your issues with it?
Just the way that Alan wanted nothing to do with it, and
they didn't respect that, and they went ahead and did it anyway.
Yeah, and wouldn't respect his wishes, and at least you could have waited till he died,
right?
And done it. And I didn't care for Billy Zane playing Dr. Manhattan. It just maybe being too nitpicky, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
And just didn't care for it. I'm just not a big Zack Snyder fan.
Oh, okay.
And all that other.
Even worse.
All that other fun stuff.
Even worse if you're a big Alan Moore guy. I think they were talking about it at Comic-Con. They're releasing a new line of comics called Before Watchmen, so they're prequels.
Yeah, it's already came out.
Oh, it came out already? Okay, yeah. And
yeah.
It has nothing to do with Alan
Dave
Moore.
Dave Gibbons has a little bit to do with it, but of course Alan wants nothing to do with it, at all. And
right.
And he's really upset with DC for doing it at all. And but I'm gonna read it, but I'm gonna wait till it comes out in the trade.
Yeah, the only one I'm interested really is Rorschach, the Rorschach.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind. I'm gonna read the. I'm looking forward to them doing the Minutemen as a one shot. So I kind of want to see what they do with with some of those people. Okay. In the Minutemen, like Dollar Bill and a couple other guys.
Yeah.
In there. And but yeah, I gotta get off here. Oh, the other thing I was gonna ask y'all, what did y'all think of Sonnen's little promo on Rampage on MMA Live this week?
I haven't seen it.
These guys haven't seen it. I've actually got it in line for our MMA segment coming up after our music break.
Okay, I'll tell you my little comment real quick. Sonnen said at the end that he wants to keep it professional. Well, is that like steroid professional or money laundering or real estate professional? He needs to be more specific in these promos that he's doing.
I love. I have to admit, because I was rooting for Chael Sonnen to beat Anderson Silva. I'm still a little bit bitter about the Anderson Silva Damian Maia fight, but I'm starting to get over that a little bit. But when you posted up the comment of that knee was illegal, you mean like steroid illegal or money laundering illegal? I was cracking up when I saw that.
Yeah, I have no respect for Sonnen. Like I said, I've talked to him. I don't share his political views. I don't share anything. Oh, and I'll tell you another funny story, and I've never seen this before, and I've been around wrestling guys, half my life. And when I talk about pro wrestling, we're talking about, Roman Greco and freestyle wrestling. Before his fight in Houston against Brian Spann, I was in the sauna cutting weight with Melvin. Sonnen was in there shaving and singing it was probably some Rick Astley song as far as I'm concerned. And he was shaving millimeters underneath the bottom of his eyelids. I don't know if he was out doing drag the night before and he just couldn't get the mascara off, but I'd never seen, we're talking millimeters right under his eye. He was shaving. And I just thought that was real strange. I'd never seen something like that before, but I guess I will leave you guys on that note.
All right. Thank you for the conversation, man.
Oh, no problem. Anytime.
All right, take care. Have a good night, man.
Good night.
Bye. You too. Bye-bye.
Well, we actually got to the end of the news, which is why I made that phone call.
Did we?
Okay.
Yeah, that was the end of the news.
That was the end of the news. Okay.
I thought I gave you more stories than that.
No, actually, the only story that I cut was actually one of Lurch's.
Huh.
Lurch sent me like 5 stories, and I actually cut one of them. But we are going to get into a quick 2-song music break because it is approaching 10 o'clock, and I don't want to drag this on too much longer. So we're going to have G-Soul The Way and Deucebug featuring Chuck Nichols with Shadow. It is 9:55 on the Pacific Coast. You are live with the Rusty Razor podcast on DIU TV.
This is the way.
I struck the match, I lit the fire, add some more eggs and make the flames grow higher. I am possessed, the oil must burn, so I can learn. This is a brand new way. Watch it all fall away. It's a brand new way. Say I bring you fire. The walls between us disappear. Watch it all fall away. Woodstock it burns, prices were high. Fire the simple that the greed must die. Now is the time is right now. Come join the fire. This is a brand new way. Say I bring you fire. Watch it all fall. The walls between us disappear. Watch it all fall. The walls between us disappear. Watch it all fall away. The walls between us, they disappear. I'm watching it. The walls between us, they disappear. I'm watching it. The walls between us disappear. Watch it all fall. The walls between us disappear. Watch it all fall away. Say I bring you fire. Watch it all fall. The walls between us disappear. Watch it all fall away. I'm a shadow traveling in the dark. All because this girl broke my heart. No, no. I just wanna see my own shadow. We a team but fighting our own battles. Keep going but only cause we have to. Life's a shadow and I'm a shadow too. I just wanna see my own shadow. We a team but fighting our own battles. Keep going but only cause we have to. Life's a shadow and I'm a shadow too. I got a lot of problems. On top of them I got impossible odds I wanna conquer them. This romper room life I'm stomping through. Get screwed for money like a prostitute. I gotta get out, and I wander about with my cynical sense of humor calling me out. Literal but subliminal, my molecules shout. Better listen to what they talking about. My sole hobbies, overthrowing zombies. Old slow as trolleys, probably no bodies. People know evil souls are really people, though they seem cold. Dark as deep holes, blast peepholes, and look through speakers. And I'm on point like decimals and meters. I got a radical, gradual, casual attitude. Life's a shadow, dude. I'm a shadow too.
I'm a shadow, traveling in the dark.
I just wanna see my own shadow. We a team but fighting our own battles. Keep going but only cause we have to. Life's a shadow and I'm a shadow too. I just wanna see my own shadow. We a team but fighting our own battles. Keep going but only cause we have to. Life's a shadow and I'm a shadow
Yeah, I'm hungry and no I didn't eat yet. You ain't gotta jump in the pool, homeboy, to get your team wet. Full blast is the squad that I rep. Do so train mob, man, show me some respect, man, I'm a vet. Living by the code of the set. Get money, fuck bitches, never shit where you rest. Yeah, I cut you like a long line, cause I'm living in debt. Eat your food in front of you without a regret. Don't get your team all folded like laundry, man. I leave shells all in you like a taco stand. You better gauge your man like full court press. I run up on your team like reinforcements. Bullseyes to the face, no passes to the chest. I want it all, I want it now like JG Wentworth. We don't shut it down, just watch me network. It's full blast. Ronsky, it's your boy, huh?
I'm a shadow, traveling in the dark.
I just wanna see my own shadow. We a team but fighting our own battles. Keep going but only cause we have to. Life's a shadow and I'm a shadow too. I just wanna see my own shadow. We a team but fighting our own battles. Keep going but only cause we have to. Life's a shadow and I'm a shadow too. Shadow too. Deuce, Bug, Chuck, Nickel. Full blast. CT. Rhyme scheme. What?
We're back, and you'll notice we're missing someone.
We're missing one white man.
Tommy's got a yob, so he had to book out for the night. That's who we are. That's been a long time since I've used that one.
Yeah, or since I've even posted on Twitter. What about you?
When I use my computer, it only posts to Facebook. But I have one of those multi-posting programs on my phone.
Right.
So, yeah, that's that. It is 10:03 p.m. and we're gonna run through mixed martial arts news. UFC 148, Silva vs. Sonnen 2, July 7th from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. This card was a little disappointing.
A little.
Yeah.
Understatement, sir. A vast understatement.
Let's see. Costa Philippou defeated Ricky Fukuda by unanimous decision.
Do you still maintain that was an illegal knee, or were you okay with that now? Or we watched the video from multiple angles now, right?
It was, if you look at it from your basic point of view, it was illegal, but it's definitely not what fucking caused the fight to end.
Right. It looked like it was chest and maybe like the top of his thigh caught
in the chin.
Caught the chin.
Yeah.
But the main impact was chest.
Yeah. It was like that. I don't know if you ever saw it, but it was Rashad Evans versus Tito Ortiz. And Rashad Evans fucking just put his knee right into his sternum and just put him down.
Do you know if they're still going to contest that or
no?
No,
they're not going to.
Okay.
Melvin Guillard defeated Fabricio Camoes by unanimous decision. Mike Easton defeated Ivan Menjivar by unanimous decision, in which what I thought was going to be a great all-around fight, and it kind of turned out to be disappointing. Chad Mendes defeated Cody McKenzie via TKO with a body punch 31 seconds into round 1.
That was impressive.
On the post-fighter, Dana White made a comment saying that Cody McKenzie wasn't worthy competition. I disagree. McKenzie's a good fighter. He just got caught with a really good punch.
Dana White actually made fun of him a little bit in the post presser.
Yeah. Damian Maia defeated Dong Young Kim TKO via an injury 47 seconds into the fight. What was funny about this is because you and I watched it together.
Right.
Damian Maia pretty much stopped the fight himself as soon as he achieved full mount.
Yeah.
There was no tapping, and it didn't look like Dong Young Kim had said anything.
No.
But, there was no contesting it.
But he threw his fists in the air, and
he's like, I won. Come on, ref, stop the fight.
Yeah, and then he took off, and then the ref came and looked at Kim.
Yeah.
That was one of the strangest endings to a fight I've ever seen. But apparently it held up. It's legal.
Kung Lee defeated Patrick Cote by unanimous decision. I'm not too sure if Kung Lee's going to be back.
No?
He's got his UFC win.
Is that all he wanted?
I think so, because, he's 40 now. And you got to think about it. He's making pretty good money making all these movies.
I think Dana White wants him back, though.
Dana White would love to have him back.
Yeah, again, the post presser.
Yeah.
He was joking around. And I don't know. He is 40, but I don't know. He's holding up pretty well. Maybe he can do one or maybe two more fights.
Yeah, it was really interesting that they threw him right to the fucking dogs when they put him against Vanderlei. Yeah. And I would have still preferred the Kung Lee versus Rich Franklin fight, but.
So he's been fighting for a long time. He had a certain reputation when he came to the UFC already. Right?
Yeah, and he's only lost twice. He lost to Scott Smith and he lost to Vanderlei Silva, and he was undefeated as the Strikeforce middleweight champion when he decided to give up the belt to go make movies. So
he's been in more movies, not just the one I know about.
Oh yeah. He fucking went overseas and did all the Asian films.
Okay. Would you say he's the oldest right now in the UFC?
No.
Who's older than him?
Dan Henderson's 42. Might be 43. And Dan Henderson's got a title fight coming up.
And how old is Anderson Silva?
37.
37.
Maybe might have just turned 38.
He's heading up there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess it's up to him, right? If he wants to keep fighting.
Yeah. Forrest Griffin defeated Tito Ortiz by unanimous decision. Tito Ortiz retires after the fight and getting interviewed by Forrest Griffin, who ran from the cage after the third round ended. This fight won Fight of the Night, $75,000, and it was later revealed by NSAC Executive Director Keith Kaiser that Forrest Griffin got a TUE for TRT.
I don't know what that means.
A therapeutic use exemption for testosterone replacement therapy. And Tito was pissed when he heard about that.
So it's legal though. He was able to.
He was able to do the 6-to-1 ratio for testosterone to epitestosterone.
How old is he?
Forrest Griffin, 36.
So it falls under I'm old and I need replacement.
Yeah,
hormone replacement therapy.
But Tito was older and didn't use it.
Mm-hmm. What do they check their testosterone ratios?
Yeah, they that's one of the things they do. They check when they test them.
So what were Tito's like?
I don't know.
If they were the same, then it would be the same. There would be no advantage, right? If they were the same.
Right, but with the TUE, I don't think they would have made that the exact number public.
So there's a possibility that his testosterone levels were higher than.
Yeah. But if Tito would have gotten to 6-to-1, he would be fined and suspended because he didn't have that use exemption.
So 6-1 is higher than normal.
Yes, that is the testosterone to epitestosterone of 6 normal people. That's what the ratio is. It's 6-to-1. Alistair Overeem failed his at 14-to-1.
Clearly that, yeah. So wait, I don't get how that works. Why? What? The medical condition, or what? What would he have? That would allow.
I've got bald spots. I'm old. My body is not allowing me to get proper training in.
I didn't know they gave him that much testosterone. I thought they just gave small doses to help them get up to. That sounds like cheating.
Yeah, when that's what Tito Ortiz is fucking aiming at is you fucking juiced. And you barely beat me, and a lot of people are saying that Tito Ortiz won that fight.
Juiced legally.
Yeah.
How did Tito Ortiz win that fight?
He wasn't dominated.
No.
I don't know. I'd have to watch that fight again. And the main event, Anderson Silva defeated Chael Sonnen TKO via punches a minute 55 in a round 2 to retain his UFC middleweight championship. This was knockout of the night. Won him $75,000. UFC on Fuel TV, Munoz versus Weidman, July 11th from the HP Pavilion in San Jose. Alex Caceres defeated Damasio Page by triangle choke, minute 27 in a round 2. Submission of the night, got him $40,000. It's nice to see that Bruce Leroy is not nut-kicking people to get wins. Rafael dos Anjos defeated Anthony Njokuani by unanimous decision. TJ Dillashaw defeated Von Lee, not Ken Lee, Von Lee, with a rear naked choke a minute 39 in a round 2. James Tahuna defeated Joey Beltran by unanimous decision, 30-26 on one of the cards.
Beltran out of Escondido?
Yes. Joey Beltran out of, it's not Escondido, it's Carlsbad.
Yeah.
Either Carlsbad or Oceanside, one of them.
Hey.
Fight of the night, $40,000. Beltran was pretty much dominated the entire fight, but kept pushing forward, including almost getting a stoppage in round 2. James Tahuna beat the fuck out of him. Tahuna, to his credit, broke his hand and his foot in round 1.
God damn, in round 1.
Yeah. Chris Weidman defeated Mark Munoz with a knockout via elbow and punches, a minute 37 in a round 2. Got knockout of the night, $40,000. Josh Rosenthal, he stopped that fight late. Munoz appeared to be completely out cold, and Weidman ended up landing probably eight really hard shots that should not have been landed.
Way to drop the ball there, Rosenthal.
Yeah. Strikeforce, Rockhold versus Kennedy, July 14th from the Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon. I'm only going to skim this one. Ryan Couture defeated Joe Duarte by split decision. Hodger Gracie defeated Keith Jardine by unanimous decision. This is weird. This is weird right here. He got a unanimous decision. Here's one of the scorecards. It says 29-27. Interesting. One of the scorecards is 30-27. The other's 30-26.
Doesn't seem unanimous.
It seems fucking ridiculously off.
Yeah.
How can you judge that a fighter did not win all 3 rounds? One judge said that Hodger Gracie did not win all 3 rounds. In fact, Jardine won a 10-8 round.
Yeah.
And another judge said that Hodger Gracie dominated 1 round and won all 3 of them. I thought it was weird.
Yeah. Question: the Couture guy, is that any relation to Randy?
It's his son.
It's a son.
Yes.
How many fights in is he?
6, I think.
6.
And he's lost 1.
So he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
And question about the fighters within a situation like with Rosenthal, where it's blatant or obvious, and that guy gets like brain damage or something. Is there any legal recourse there, or
more than likely? Especially since it's the job of the referees for fighter safety.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't think there's any sort of waiver that just that because the referee fucked up, you don't have any recourse.
Right. Okay. Just curious.
Nate Marquardt defeated Tyron Woodley, KO via elbows and punches, a minute 39 in a round 4 to win the vacant Strikeforce welterweight title. Nate Marquardt is now claiming to be the best welterweight in the world. To that I say, ha. Luke Rockhold defeated Tim Kennedy by unanimous decision to retain his Strikeforce middleweight championship. You remember Batista?
Yes.
He used to make his MMA debut versus some guy named Rashid Evans, not to be confused with Rashad Evans.
WWE?
Yes. Batista has been training to get in the ring for years and got really close to fighting in the Strikeforce back in 2010, but the deal fell apart. The same thing happened with Jason David Frank, Green Ranger. He was supposed to be getting signed with Strikeforce really quickly. You know what happened?
No.
Zuffa bought Strikeforce.
And
those deals went, see ya.
Because the guy we were talking to said that he owns a gym, right? Or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah, he also, Jason David Frank also owns the company, the apparel company, Jesus Didn't Tap.
That's
although it's really hard to tap when there's nails in your hands. But anyway.
No, the Romans tapped because they were tapping the nails in.
Nice. Remember, people, crucifixion is murder. The 43-year-old powerhouse signed with the CES MMA League and is all set up for a fight October 6th at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island.
Now, Batista, I remember being quite a big, muscly, clearly juicing dude.
Yeah. Let's just hope his cardio is up there. Actually, he's been training with Cesar Gracie, so He's probably thinking Stockton's hardcore.
He's
probably getting high with Nick Diaz.
He's probably in his 30s too, right?
Batista's actually 43.
So he's just doing it. He's gonna have like one fight.
Yeah, probably.
Well, you know what happened to that other guy, the football player? What was his name that went into the octagon?
Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker, yeah.
He won all of his fights.
He did 2 or 3.
He did 3.
3, and he quit.
When I don't think Zuffa's going to bring him back because keep in mind Zuffa bought Strikeforce, so that changed the whole game plan. Roy Nelson and Shane Carwin named the coaches for the Ultimate Fighter season coming up.
Nice.
Yeah. Ronda Rousey speaks the truth. Here's a quote. You know what? I'd beat the crap out of Kim Kardashian, actually. Any girl who's who is famous and idolized because she did a sex video with some guy, and she's all like, I got my fame from sucking dick. Sorry, but it's true. And I don't think it's shocking. It's not shocking because everyone comes in and there's like, oh yeah, Kim Kardashian. Why is everyone slipping it under the carpet now? Oh yeah, she's selling Skechers to 13 years old. I don't want some girl whose entire fame is based on a sex video to be selling Skechers to my 13-year-old little sister. That's the horrible kind of role model that I don't want to be around when I'm doing things like this, because girls like Kim Kardashian are being pushed in my sister's face, and it's just not healthy. She shouldn't even have role models like this. And that's why I'm doing stuff like ESPN Body. Someone needs to do it, for God's sakes.
Nice.
Well, Gert made a reference to a video of Rampage doing Rampage things. And we are going to show you that video right now.
Any word on what Chael Sonnen is doing now?
Well, I don't know if Chael Sonnen is going to move up to 205 or not, but this is some interesting fucking material that we're about to show you.
So there's this video and then Chael's response?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Rampage Jackson, and you're watching MMAElite.net.
No, .com.
Oh. No, .com. .co.uk. .jp.
We're with MMAElite.net. I'm with Rampage Jackson. What did you think of the fight yesterday?
Which one?
Anderson Silva fight.
That was a great fight, I guess. I wish it would have went longer.
Do you think that? How do you think? Or what do you think happened with Chael? Why he lost?
He sucked.
And then what about the Tito Ortiz fight?
Tito won.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Tito won. Like Forrest even knew it. That's why he ran out the cage like a little crybaby, like he always do.
This coming from a man who took 5 rounds of leg kicks from fucking Forrest Griffin when he lost his title to Forrest Griffin.
But to be honest, Forrest Griffin hasn't been like in killer mode anymore.
No,
so.
And he hasn't. He really, really hasn't.
Somebody told him, Forrest, get your ass back to the cage. You won, idiot. We're going to give it to you. Stupid, man.
Any other thoughts, or how do you think?
I think Chael should keep his word and leave the UFC because that's what he said he was going to do if he lost. And he lost horribly bad. Chael suck.
Where would you recommend he fights now, if you had a recommendation?
Who, Chael?
Yeah.
He should.
When I first saw this video, I was like, what the fuck is that mic? Because it looks like he's holding a square with a fucking mic sock on it.
I don't know, man. He should go somewhere where people like his interviews and you know, and love the way he is, and love the way he talks shit on everybody. I can't stand that boy. Fuck Chael.
So WWF or what is it?
WWE. Yeah. I did a U. I forgot to turn my mic back on. Chael's response on UFC Tonight this past Tuesday. Always classy as part-time analyst Chael Sonnen as he responds to Quentin Rampage Jackson's recent comments during the airing of UFC Tonight on Fuel Television. On Fuel Television. It's called Fuel TV. Just shut the fuck up. Quote, to keep it professional, my answer would be to simply listen, Rampage has one fight left and it's not against me. Now, if you ask me in the streets, in my kingdom, amongst my people, while I'm not wearing the suit and I don't have the earpiece in my answer might have been different. I probably would have said, Rampage, why don't you stick to violating female reporters, making box office disasters, and driving the wrong way down the freeway while you're jacked up on Mountain Dew because you, Paige, are not on my level. The unified rules of mixed martial arts are changing.
No me digas.
And here's just a summary of what's happening. Effective defense removed as a criteria for judging. The committee believes that offensive actions should be the only criteria used to score MMA matches. Offensive fighters are fighters which carry the fight and push the action and make the fight happen. Defense is its own reward. A fighter who chooses to avoid using defensive actions will invariably suffer the consequences. For example, if a fighter decides that they do not want to block or avoid a strike, protect themselves from a submission, or avoid a throw or takedown, then they will suffer the results of those offensive actions being used against them. The only role defensive action plays is to keep a fighter in the fight longer so they can attempt to score using offensive actions.
Silva.
Striking and grappling are now to be considered to be given equal weight when judging, which still means you need more judges familiar with MMA and stop using boxing judges.
Right.
The half-point system is now gone, and I think those are the only changes that were really major.
Half-point.
They were trying to implement a full half-point system instead of like 10-9, 10-8,
right.
10-9.5.
Right.
It was confusing. It looked good on paper, but it just wouldn't translate well.
So nothing major. Just they're trying to keep more excitement and more the fights moving.
Right. Tito Ortiz says, allowing TRT is sending the wrong message. Quote, yes, that's correct. I feel bad. The sport's gone so far in such a short amount of time. I hope this doesn't become an epidemic, you know. What type of message are we sending to the youths that are watching our sport? If you're doing performance-enhancing drugs, this is the same thing we've been trying to stop from happening. All of a sudden, in the last 6 months, it's legal to do. You're allowed to be 6 times over an average. You're going to be 6 times over a normal person. Let's play on an even field. And here it comes. I mean, since day one that I've been competing, I've always been on an even field.
Lies.
Thank you. Why all of a sudden can a fighter be higher 6 times the amount of an average person? I think we're sending the wrong message out to fans and to the kids who want to be UFC fighters and mixed martial arts fighters. If they're not able to compete on an even field, now they're able to use some kind of supplement to enhance them to become on a higher level. They're able to push themselves, able to recover faster, able to push themselves harder during the fight. Now what happens to their mind? What happens to their body? Now I look at it. I look at the way Forrest reacted after the fight. Now I know why he reacted the way he did.
Oh, come on.
So it's just too bad that this epidemic is starting to happen. And breaking news from Gert in the chat room earlier that Tito Ortiz is like, oh, I had knee surgery before the fight. That's why I lost.
What a bitch. Actually, you know, if you have knee surgery and you're close to a fight, wouldn't they give him TRT because he would testosterone would help him recover faster?
Yeah, but there's a certain amount of time that you have to apply for your your use exemption.
That sounds like wah wah wah.
Yeah.
Crybaby.
This is an interesting fucking story right here, and it deals directly with the Zuffa Showtime contract for Strikeforce. Dave Meltzer of the the Wrestling Illustrated, Wrestling Observer, that's what he does. Said
journalist.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Said recently there's a deal between Zuffa and Showtime that prohibits certain Strikeforce fighters from moving to the UFC even when their contract expires. The deal was allegedly hatched by Showtime after losing lucrative stars like Nick Diaz, Dan Henderson, and Alistair Overeem to the UFC, which is broadcast on Fox. They made this list of guys, and they said, these are our guys, and even if their contract expires, they can't move to the UFC, explained Meltzer. That's part of their deal with keeping this alive, so these guys are stuck. Gilbert Melendez couldn't go to the UFC. He could go to Bellator if he wanted to, but he couldn't go to the UFC. There's a list of guys. Not everyone on Showtime is on the list, but Ronda Rousey is on the list. Gilbert Melendez is on the list. Luke Rockhold is on the list.
I think Gilbert Melendez used to be in the UFC?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
It's for as long as Showtime broadcasts MMA. Where's it at? They're Showtime fighters for life, or they could leave the Zuffa organization. They can't challenge it in court because it's a contract the UFC has. It's not a fighter deal. I've had the whole thing explained to me by one of the fighters on the list. Zuffa isn't going to do it because to do it would be in breach of contract. The contract is between Zuffa and Showtime that this list of fighters are Showtime fighters, and if they're in the Zuffa organization, they will fight on Showtime. As long as Showtime and Zuffa has a contract to broadcast events, Ronda Rousey can only fight on a UFC show if Showtime allows her to do so. She's not banned, but Showtime has to make the decision. That's why I recommend Showtime should allow her to fight on the December UFC show. From what I'm told, the list does exist, but Ronda Rousey might not be a member of that list to the same restrictive degree. Meltzer later offered further clarifications, saying, I said as long as Zuffa and Showtime have a deal, they can't fight on a UFC show unless Showtime gives the okay. It's in the Zuffa Showtime contract. I was told by one of the fighters who got it straight from Steven F. Espinoza that certain guys are Showtime fighters as long as the Zuffa Showtime contract is in effect. The fighter was a main guy on the list, agreed to be Showtime and Zuffa when the new deal went down, and the agreement was all fighters on the list are Showtime fighters as long as they are under contract to Zuffa and as long as Showtime airs Strikeforce. Zuffa and Showtime can sign a new contract that changes the steps between Zuffa and Showtime now or when this deal expires, but he was told he can't transfer to the UFC as long as the current deal is in place and could not fight on a UFC card unless Showtime gives the okay.
What happened to unifying Strikeforce and UFC?
Well, someone asked Dana White about the validity of this.
Right.
Here's the question. Meltzer is claiming you guys signed an agreement with Showtime that states Zuffa UFC cannot have, specifically mentioned, Ronda Rousey, Luke Rockhold, or Gil Melendez on your roster as long as Showtime promotes MMA, even beyond their contract with Strikeforce. He also said that even if Strikeforce folds, those three still cannot come to the UFC, but they can go to another competitor such as Bellator, just never the UFC, as long as Strikeforce promotes MMA. Is this true? Dana White says, I don't know what the fuck Meltzer's problem is. Has this guy lost his mind? Absolutely not true. Ian McCall is responding to calls that he is underpaid. When the purses for UFC on FX, Johnson vs. McCall were released, many fans were upset that headliner Ian McCall made only $9,000 for his losing effort versus Demetrius Johnson. However, McCall came on the underground and reported that things are not always reported when it comes to UFC fighter pay.
Is that standard? Or?
Quote, Dana says he doesn't like to give out real numbers, which is definitely the truth because I came on here and saw people saying things like I should have got paid more even though I lost because I headlined the card. I did. Dana sent me an extra $25,000 right after the fight, plus I got main event sponsor money. Haha. The UFC pays you to do your job, and if you do it, you get paid good. In my UFC debut, I made over $80,000. That's a lot of money for a decision.
Isn't he supposed to not say that though?
It's his choice. It's not. There's no non-disclosure. That's a lot of money for a division half the MMA community didn't know existed. I love all of you guys. Most of you know my life story. I just wanted you to know that I get taken care of by the UFC really well, especially when it comes to money. All I got to do now is beat the crap out of someone and move forward and start making Anderson Silva money. So, without going into this article, would you say that Bruce Lee is the father of mixed martial arts?
Bruce Lee? Of mixed martial arts?
Yeah.
No?
Okay.
Why? No, that doesn't make any sense at all to me.
Well, a lot of people are saying that he does. His daughter agrees with you that he's saying, where's the quote? Certainly there are a few wholly original ideas in the world. There are usually people coming to the same conclusions or carrying out experiments, whether publicly or privately. One thing I will say about my father is that he was very much out in the forefront talking about his beliefs about being a complete fighter and attaching a philosophy to that and teaching it.
He never achieved that, though. But his mindset as far as combining different styles and whatnot. But no, but that's still a far cry from saying he's originated MMA.
Bruce Lee said once in an interview, quote, you know how I think of myself? As a human being. Under the sky, under the heavens, there is but one family.
I mean, okay, that's like being a Buddhist or whatever. That doesn't mean he invented MMA.
George Dodd resigns as head of the CSAC.
Who's saying that he is?
People fucking say that. A lot of people say that. In fact, I think the Anderson Silva documentary, Like Water, makes mention of that.
Yeah, I know what they're referring to because his that's a Buddhist philosophy that he had too about being like water and switching up styles. But that was in the context of martial arts, not in like Bruce Lee was never like a street brawler or anything.
There's no one watching.
Like if you took Bruce Lee and mixed him with like Chuck Norris, that would be like the father of MMA, originator or whatever. But yeah, that's stupid.
All right. Well, let's bring up another video.
I think all our listeners are on the East Coast, and it's pretty late over there.
Yeah, but more people watch it on the YouTube, so I'm perfectly fine with that.
Really?
Oh yeah, our YouTube videos get quite a number of hits. We've actually had an episode that was watched over 150 times.
Really?
Yeah. We have fans.
Really?
Primo. We have fans.
No shit.
Yeah, we have fans.
Who knew? Well, you knew. I didn't know.
Well, here's an interesting fucking thing about Chael Sonnen, what happened in the Anderson Silva fight.
Chael, I've got to ask you, what happened at UFC 148 versus Anderson Silva?
Listen, you want to really know what happened?
I do.
Everything's going fine. I'm minding my own business. I'm out there in the middle of a fist fight. I look up in between rounds. This is a true story. I look up in between rounds. I see Kenny Florian, and he's got like a buffet style in front of him. He's stuffing his face, and I get completely distracted. Next thing I know, the referee says, "Are you ready?" And I'm thinking, "No, I'm not," and I got to walk out there anyway.
UFC Tonight, Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. Only on View.
Use his charisma to deflect from the fact that he fucked up, because why the fuck would you throw that spinning back fist? That was the stupidest move I've ever seen. If I didn't know better, I think he fucking threw the fight. Like, that's what it looked like. I mean, spinning back fist. Come on.
Dana White said in an interview recently that Chael Sonnen will have a TV deal soon enough.
What do you mean?
Apparently, the Fox guys love him.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer.
He's an entertainer. He is. Unfortunately, his fighting hasn't quite matched up to his mouth.
Cormier may move to 205 to avoid Velasquez. Daniel Cormier, the Strikeforce Grand Prix heavyweight champion, and Cain Velasquez are close friends and teammates at American Kickboxing Academy in San Jose, and Cormier has no desire to fight him. But aside from not wanting to fight his friend, Cormier is excited by the possibility of facing UFC light heavyweight champion John Jones. Quote, "I'm not saying that's what I want to do, is to move to light heavyweight right now. A lot depends on what happens between Cain and Junior Dos Santos. Dropping to 205 is a potential plan B if Cain becomes champion again, which I think he will. Imagine that. Me and Jones standing across the cage from one another. That would be crazy because I'm putting him on his back." Yeah. Rashad Evans said the same thing. That didn't work out too well for him. Upcoming MMA events. Here we go. Saturday, UFC 149, Faber versus Barao for the UFC Interim Bantamweight Championship.
Faber hasn't won many fights, has he?
Oh, no, he's won a lot of fights.
No, I mean recently.
His last fight was against Dominic Cruz.
Which he lost.
Yeah. But he won the previous 4, and then before that he lost to Jose Aldo, but that was at a different weight class.
And you're saying that he has no chance
against Renan Barao? No, Renan Barao's going to kill him. Also on this card, Hector Lombard versus Tim Boetsch, and Court McGee versus Nick Ring. August 4th, UFC on Fox. Lyoto Machida, Ryan Bader. Oh, by the way, Shogun versus Brandon Vera is the main event.
Nice.
Lyoto Machida versus Ryan Bader. Travis Brown versus Ben Rothwell. Joe Lozon versus Jamie Varner. August 11th, UFC 150. Henderson versus Edgar 2 for the UFC Lightweight Championship. Jake Shields versus Ed Herman.
Frankie Edgar. And Ben Henderson. Okay.
Jake Shields versus Ed Herman. And Melvin Guillard versus Cowboy Cerrone.
Nice.
September 1st, UFC 151. Jones versus Henderson. I actually didn't see if there was any other fights on that card.
Dan Henderson.
That's Dan Henderson. Okay. For the UFC light heavyweight title. September 7th, UFC on FX. September 22nd, UFC 152. Unofficial is still Junior Dos Santos versus Cain Velasquez for the UFC heavyweight title. BJ Penn versus Rory McDonald is official.
Fuck? Really?
What?
BJ Penn was retired, wasn't he? He came out of retirement for this?
He's going to come out of retirement.
Rory McDonald? Why is he coming out for him?
Because Rory McDonald, everyone is saying that he's the next GSP, and GSP says he's better than I am.
No shit.
Yeah, and he trains at TriStar with those guys.
So why would BJ Penn come out of retirement?
Because BJ Penn wants revenge on the TriStar gym because fucking he couldn't get past George St. Pierre.
Oh, really? How many times have they met?
They met once, and this is when BJ Penn was the lightweight champion and George St. Pierre was the welterweight champion. BJ Penn moved up in weight to challenge for that title. Yeah. It was a champion versus champion fight.
And he failed.
And he
never got his rematch.
Right.
So now he's going to take it out on this guy?
He's going to
try to.
He's going to try to.
Yeah. Do you think he has a chance?
I don't know. It's going to be an interesting fight, though. UFC 152 is also announced. Michael Bisping, Brian Stan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bisping.
September 29th, UFC on Fuel. That's going to be in Nottingham, England. Stefan Struve, Stipe Miocic, Dan Hardy, Amir Sadala, Dwayne Ludwig, and Che Mills.
Who else is in Bisping's weight class? Where does he have to go?
185, Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva, Chael Sonnen.
We were talking about that, weren't we? About Bisping possibly fighting Silva or something like that?
Yeah, well, Bisping would have fought Silva if he beat Chael Sonnen, which I still think he did.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
But that is all for mixed martial arts. And it's 10:35. We're not going to do a final music break.
We're going to skip it? You're ready to go?
We're going to skip it.
Okay.
So we'll go back up to our plugs. Our phone call lasted a little bit longer than I expected, which is why Tommy's not here.
Oh, yeah.
Facebook.com/Rusty Razor Podcast. DIU TV holds a couple shows. This one and the Lurch and Dom live broadcast Sunday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. on the East Coast. Rich and the Angry Pirate. Go to youtube.com/TheRealDoItUp. Go to Ask DIU. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Ask DIU TV.
Did we have questions today?
Yes, and they were all for you.
Are you serious?
Well, kind of.
Oh.
Kind of, sort of, in a kind of, sort of way.
What? You want to wait till next time?
No, this is pretty good. All right, this one is for Primo. It's from the government. The question is, can you please come to the Capitol and renew your green card? This one's from the government to me, and it says, can you please make sure Primo renews his green card? And this one from the government to Tommy. Can you please remind Dave to make sure Primo renews his green card?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that
was all anonymous?
Yeah. It was all from the government.
Oh, yeah. The federal government. Yeah.
That was why those couldn't wait.
Oh. We should have done that earlier.
I know. I actually forgot about it until just now. But Official Effin' Radio. Hello, Knob. They have 4 shows. Monday, Bagman's Nation of Decimation. Tuesday, CT Vision Evolved. Wednesdays, Ron Zombies Wrestling Wednesday nights with Lurch. Thursday is Chaos, and all those shows begin at 8 p.m. Eastern. ActionFigureTherapy.com, BlackRoseMurals.com, Pay His Sister for Makeup. Indie Entertainment and BankingBad.com.
Yeah, she needs the money.
And she needs the money. Don't let them turn into poor saps like, I don't know, Joe. Let's go back. LargerThanLifeRockstar.com. And, of course, Lurch is our random New Year's Retriever. Now, I will be in Connecticut in approximately 3.5 weeks. I will probably be doing 2 episodes of The Rusty Razor out there. Chuck Nichols is already a confirmed guest on one of them.
Sweet. Dom,
and
I'm guessing.
Huh?
Dom, Lurch.
Oh, yeah. And
you're gonna be in their house, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Tank's basement. That's where they film their shows.
Yeah, well,
yeah. We're probably gonna do at least one more before I leave, because, like I said, it's 3.5 weeks away.
Right.
So, yeah, that's it.
Who else you got in mind for guests while you're there? Are you gonna have Tina on the show?
I don't know. Maybe talk to her about her lesbian tendencies. But whatever. All right, so since we didn't do our final music break, what I'm going to do is we're going to switch it up. We're going to skip Puro Picachania.
Wow, really?
Yeah, we're going to, since we like to.
I'm hearing With the Winds of Change by the Scorpions playing in my ear.
Just for you. Actually, that's,
Nah.
I just did that for you.
Yeah, we don't need that.
We're going to finish this off with Cymatics featuring VI, Caught in the Crossfire. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'll upload this to YouTube probably tomorrow morning. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Hey, sorry, what up, man? I know you probably in some vagina or probably smoking an L. It is what it is. It's your boy Chuck Nichols. I was trying to see what it is for the night. If you was going up to Big Bar or whatever. Give me a link back. Easy.
Yeah. Be secret. Yeah.
Hey yo, I sit alone in the dark in one of four corners. Pistol to the head, one flinch and I'm a goner. My enemies gon' see me soon, somebody better warn them, cause they gon' have a bunch of animals that's swarming on them. I put the darkness on them, they never see the light. I ain't just talking on them, son, you gon' see the night. How a maniac performs and operates a knife. Opposition, not a competition, homie, fuck your life. You ain't a friend tonight, I'm saying fuck the world. I'm feeling really grimy, so I'ma fuck your girl. I'm so damn sick it make me wanna fucking Earl. All this liquor and herb to put me in another world. Mad suicidal, visions of that chrome. And everybody sucks, I wish you just leave me alone. I'm getting tired of hearing everything I think is wrong, so I put the piece to my dome. Click. Lord, please help, there's evil in my soul. I can't fight it no more, I am out of control. I am out of my skull, I am waiting to die. These demons in the mirror looking me right in the eye. So I'm asking you why you letting me live? I've been planning to die, cause it is what it is. So I end it with this, quote the words that I said. Put the mic down, put the pistol to my head. Yeah. No, ain't shit done changed, I still hate the game. I'm still major pain, I'm still naming names. I'm still banging frames, still fucking maiming lames. Cause my brain ain't sane, man, I stay changing lanes. Hang with orangutans, gorillas in the haze. Welcome to my mind, the psychopathic maze. Find your way out or you're liable to be laid out. Your shit is played out and the goon's about to pull the gauge out. Hey now, you about to step into the psycho realm. This is Halloween, my music's like a fucking Michael film. I'm bugging out, going sick on these Vicodin pills. You're damn right I am ill, ain't no denying the skill. I put the knife to your grill. Why so serious? I ain't trying to hurt you, I'm just curious. Flow furious, delirious, mysterious, conspiracist. Raise it to your face, you're hearing this. Lord, please help, there's evil in my soul. I can't fight it no more, I am out of control. I am out of my skull, I am waiting to die. These demons in the mirror looking me right in the eye. So I'm asking you why you letting me live? I've been planning to die, cause it is what it is. So I end it with this, quote the words that I said. Put the mic down, put the pistol to my head.
I walk about the hellfire bird like Freddy Krueger. You ain't dreaming, this is real now. Watch my machete move across your neck, kid. I'm coming for your head, bitch. Homicidal A-Rod and I'm swinging for the fences. Trying to take your head up off your shoulders, boy. On the front line, bleeding with my motherfucking soldiers, boy. I'm a bully in the bullpit, ain't been for the bullshit. Head banging in the whip to the sound of this full clip. Burning my bridges minute by minute as I hang with the devil. Busting through the moon roof as I shoot for the stars. Saying fuck the world as I scream it in tongues. And as my head spins round to the beat of the drum, I find some time now to write some lines down. While I'm drunk, getting high, and I listen to Shine Down. Saying fuck a 45 cause I'm staring this 9 down. Wanna watch me lose my mind as I blow mine out.
Lord, please help, there's evil in my soul. I can't fight it no more, I am out of control. I am out of my skull, I am waiting to die. These demons in the mirror looking me right in the eye. So I'm asking you why you letting me live? I've been planning to die, cause it is what it is. So I end it with this, quote the words that I said. Put the mic down, put the pistol to my head.